Hello, one and all, to another exciting adventure of the Unsleeping City. Guys, we've had a bit of a hiatus having not done a game in a week. You know, it feels like it's been forever. How was everybody's, how was everybody's little break?
Pretty good.
I ate
good,
a
man.
lot of sushi.
Hell yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a game here at the Adventurer's Guide if we didn't start off, if we didn't start it off right. So, as always, I am your humble dungeon master, and with me, as always, are our intrepid heroes. Say hi, intrepid heroes.
Hi!
Hello,
Intrepid Heroes.
Last we left off, we were mid-combat as our heroes had crashed a wedding of one Angela Confetti, daughter of Don Confetti, and then retreated into the sewers as something or someone was like screaming. At least Henry heard that there was a screaming coming, and Charlie had rescued a girl who's being drugged, who's by
eaten.
and fed on by a group of vampires at the wedding, and before she could get to true safety, was taken into the sewers by that something. As I said before, guys, we were mid combat, so let me go ahead and switch over. For you, and Tony, you had initiative.
Oh, hang on. I gotta open the map again.
I got you right here.
Oh, never mind. You got me hooked up.
I got you, dog.
I was spending a couple minutes trying to figure out how do I get this open.
How do I map?
I used passed it by accident.
You closed it?
No, I passed initiative by accident. I think it might have been my initiative.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah.
But it's fine.
No, you're right.
We can skip me if you guys.
You're good. Take your turn, bud. I can go back.
So can you run us down the situation again? I need a bit of a refresher.
Yeah, am I underwater?
Okay. As you recall, you guys managed to get into the sewers before you were promptly attacked by people at home. Don't flush tiny baby crocodiles and alligators down the toilet, because they all end up in the sewer lines and in the sewers, and then they grow to be gigantic monsters who attack our beloved heroes in the sewer while they're, crashing a wedding and trying to save the day. You were all fighting these massive crocodiles, and some of you were taking some pretty mean hits. Henry had actually gone down, who is not with us today, but we will progress nonetheless. Tony, sorry, you are currently underwater. You are also grappled as the crocodile was trying to death roll you while under the water. There is, from what you can tell, not many crocodiles left. And if you recall, the Goblin King has been kind of stalking you around here, taking pop shots at you, and just being utterly menacing. It is Diego's turn, so with that information what you will. But yes, it is your turn to act, whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'm going to move over here, and you tell me if I'd be able to do this. Would I be able to use prestidigitation to change the color of the water into like more clear, so we can see like the crocodile and we don't just shoot and accidentally hit Tony?
Ed, my friend, that is the kind of innovation we like around here. You You grip your staff, and a gleaming white light appears at the top of it that arcs out in almost like these liquid streams, slamming into the water and begin to part the water, making it much more clear. That you see, fully enveloped in a gator's grasp, is Tony. You see him clear as day. I will actually go ahead and make the alligator visible for you. So that you can see that they're quite literally on top of each other, maybe about like 6 feet into the water.
And can I do as my free check, a perception check, to see if I see any goblins for where I'm standing?
You don't see any goblins from where you're standing. If you want, you can try to make a perception check if you want. You do have a free skill.
That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll it. And that's when you realize you don't have any of your dice.
15.
15. You don't see him. He is not. You cannot currently see him. But you do kind of hear him, like walking around, like doing this weird little like weird like giggling sound. He's somewhere north of you, like so up. Like upwards of you.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, look at Tony and say, Tony, we got you, buddy. We're gonna get you out of here. Don't worry about it. And
I don't have water. I can't make drowning noises.
I think that's gonna be my turn. There's not much I can do.
Now you can actually pass your turn.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Tony, you are drowning. Well, you're not drowning yet. You are holding your breath. So what is it you would like to do on your turn?
I don't think I want to use the thing that I did before again. I don't think I should AoE cube all of my friends again and potentially murder them. And they can actually see me this time, so I think I'm a little less in panic mode than before.
And I don't know if I made that clear. You can all see Tony now. The water has fully parted. It's almost like the spell that Diego cast took all of that murky muck, like grossness, out of the water, like moved it, and just the water that is in that that circular area, that little he almost made like a big manhole cover sized space. Even it's probably bigger than that, but that water's crystal clear. It's horrifically you can't see what? He's under the sea. You're talking about Tony? Tony's under the sea. The token's under, because it's layered, right? They have to stack.
Why is he under it?
Because he's grappled.
Oh, I thought you would put him next to it.
No. I can put him on halves if that would make it easier for you.
I just couldn't.
For you to see where he's at.
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah, he seems to almost have cleansed the water of all of that nastiness. Just in that area though. Like somebody cut, when people ice fish and they have to cut the circle out of the ice, it's just clear in that one spot. But yeah, you guys can totally see him. So what is it you want to do with your turn, Tony?
I have an idea. It's potentially a bad idea, but I like to do wacky things on my turns,
Please don't get yourself killed.
Would you say that even though I'm underwater, an animal could still technically hear me?
Go into some detail. What are you planning here? What's your scheme here?
Like if I was just shouting underwater, that thing where you shout underwater and it's audible, but it's muffled, but it's still audible.
He's not wrong.
Here's what I do. What you tell me what it is you're trying to do, and we'll make up rules on the spot.
I want to try and cast animal friendship on the gator that's grappling me.
Hell yeah! So for starters,
if you're underwater, you can both for sure hear each
You
other.
can absolutely do that, and not just that, but because this is like an arcane spell, you are speaking the spell into existence. Just remember, as you cast the spell, you lose 30 seconds of oxygen. So you only so you have 2 minutes. You are at 1:30 now.
Yeah.
But you can absolutely cast Animal Friendship.
Okay. I want to do that, but I'm gonna try to figure out. I want to do that in the program because I think the program keeps track of my spell slots for me.
It does. Yes, it does. If you have them put in, which it looks like you do, all you would do is you're in prep. You're still in prep.
Ah.
Yeah, so you make sure your spells are. Do you have animal protect? Speak with animals, animal friendship. So you would. I'm trying to remember. Do you just? Okay, drag the little box. You'll see that there's like a brown square on the right of it.
Mm-hmm.
Drag that onto your target, like the token you want to cast it on, and then just like drag and drop it. It should cast.
Did it do the thing?
No, let me try. Let me see what happens. Okay, so you're right. That didn't work. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Click the magnifying glass. You'll see that a little subsection pops out. One of the button on the way left says cast. That's the symbol you want to drag and drop onto your target.
Nice.
You guys see, boom, a purple radiant light blast ripples under the water. But you see that the eyes of the crocodile flash purple and then quickly start to flicker out as you realize you try to gasp for air as bubbles let out. You are unable, so he does succeed. You are unable to finish the spell essentially. So like you're welcome to try again, but the spell didn't seem to work.
Okay, cool. And then how do I see how many slots I've used? Because I clicked cast and I didn't see any of the bubbles at the top change.
So you gotta click it. So what you essentially want to do is click. You want to basically, whenever you cast a spell, click one and mark it off, right? Or click one and mark it off and then cast it. And if another interesting thing is if you click to the left, it takes one like the left of that zone. It'll take one away. If you click to the right of the zone, it'll add one.
Cool.
Wait, how do I do that again? Because I have the same thing but with rage.
It's the same thing. We actually fixed your rage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it was all messed up last time. What do I do though?
Just the same thing. So you would click the bubble to mark it off. I'm in your actions. You just go to your actions. You'll see that rage is in your actions. Yep. Bubbles are there. You would click it and mark it off. It'll pop up in the chat.
And I already have one from last game.
Yeah. You're actually still raging because...
it's only been like 5 seconds.
You're on round 5. Yeah. So it's been a little bit more than... It's been 30 seconds, but yeah.
I think I'm good. Never mind.
Yeah. So normally you would mark it off, and then there's a symbol to the right of it. You drag and drop that on you.
This right here?
Yep. The little person with the glitter. Yeah. And then that
it affects all my...
That'll put the rage effect on you. Yeah. And to answer your question, Tony, yes, your telescope is a weapon.
I could swing this. I figured I would break it, but now I know.
Yes. And I will say this. Some of you, it's interesting that you decided to check your inventory. Some of you, since awakening into the Unsleeping City, some of your gear has changed a little bit. Some of you might not be yet, but 2 of you particularly have changed as a result of awakening into the Unsleeping City.
If it's me, I don't see it.
Tony, do you have any bonus actions you want to do? Any, or anything like that?
Would it be an action to try and break out of the grapple?
I'll say it's a skill. I think it's a skill check, so it doesn't count. You just get to try it.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out. I just got my pizza. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I should put it. Okay. All right. So it's just a strength check, right?
It'd be it's athletics, yeah.
Specifically athletics.
Yes, it is specifically athletics.
Ba, ba, ba.
I will actually. I'll roll it in front of the board. You know what I mean, so that you know.
Ha.
6. Wow. Brutal. So does he not have athletics as a skill?
What if you roll a nat 1 and then you have a negative 1?
Yeah, so that you so you have to actually hit a DC. There is he doesn't roll. You have to hit your escape DC is DC 12. But that's a 1.
Yeah, that's a not natural one.
You're
Just a
11
one.
away.
Yeah.
Nat 1 and you have negative 1, dude. 0?
Well, so nat 1s are absolute. They're nat 1. Essentially, regardless of what the total is, if you roll a nat 1, the worst possible scenario happens. It doesn't matter if it makes it 0 or negative 1. Just like a natural 20, it doesn't matter if you get a natural 20, even -5 to it. It's still a natural 20. We respect the extremes.
Gotcha.
Tony, you want to do anything else with your turn, friend?
Remember, guys, it could always be worse. I'm gonna end my turn.
Nice. You gotta pass.
How do I open the turn order window again? I gotta move the
top
map
right,
so I can
top
pull
right
it up.
corner, there's a sword icon. Go ahead and click that. That's your combat tracker. And then the bottom left of
Down.
that one, yeah.
Bam.
Now, for those of you who don't know, subscribe, by the way, if you're here and you're watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We do this every Sunday. I attack my players ruthlessly with crocodiles and other abominations. So if you're down for that, you know, hit the subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. The other thing that you don't know is that they can't see some certain tokens on what's happening to them.
Yeah,
So
like a
don't-
goblin with the aimbot.
So don't
Please stop
tell
it.
them. This one's going to take its turn. Okay. It is going to... Did I skip its turn? I sure did. It's going to make an attack here. Wow. Diego, as you cast in the water parts, you actually see you see the two shapes very clearly, Tony and the crocodile going at it. You see another one glides past, and luckily you were able to see it in time as it jumps and snaps at you, like jumps and snaps at you. You were able to take a step back as it lands on its belly on the wooden bridge in front of you.
As a like a flavor thing, I'm not gonna actually do damage, but as a flavor thing, can I just bonk it in the head with my staff?
Bam! You hit it right on the nose. You weird.
Sound
Weird.
alligators back in your world?
It's like a hissing sound. Don't alligators hiss?
No, I mean, yeah. They're like, yeah, they kind of do.
They like do like
All
a
I
weird
have in my
Alligators
head
hiss.
right now is fucking. What's the alligator's name from Nightmare?
from Brutus.
I fucking Brutus is like sound replaying in my head now, and I'm getting crazy anxiety.
Yeah. So you see that it's not out of the water. It's about halfway onto the water, halfway on the bridge. Since it missed you, you take a quick step back, taking your stick, hit it on the nose, and it tries to scurry back in. But it's like a beached whale, kind of trying to like scurry back in. But he missed you. But he used all of his damn movement.
Charlie yells at you. She's like, "Mate, that's a shark that gets hurt from the nose."
God damn, it's not shark week yet, okay? What are you talking about sharks?
Jesus.
Oh, blimey.
You say blind.
Let's see. It is going to make a... Smoke, can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Your wish is my command. Dex save.
Woo!
That's just enough. It is a very slight. It is very, very slight. You feel a tugging on something in like your bag. You feel like your briefcase that has the Eldritch Cannon in it. But you also have like a bag that has like your stuff in it, like kind of like your wallet and stuff. You feel something is trying to dig into your bag, and with a 12, you were able to pull away as something was trying, like, and the flap of your bag is open.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a very angry something is very close to you.
Give me a minute, fucker. I'll get with you soon.
He's going to. No way! Oh my god, you hate to see it. You turn as soon as you say that. You do a quick turn, hand up, bow, smack it, and you like your hand comes out and finds purchase as you smack, and a shimmer, like a glistening shimmer, kind of like a glittery effect, hits like as if it was hiding something. You see standing behind you, next to the broken bridge, is the Goblin King.
Oh. You just hear like a really deep chuckle.
Jesus.
Over.
He does not look thrilled. He does not look thrilled to the fact that you can totally see him. And as you kind of like smack away that little like shimmer, you guys also see that like shadowy flame that from the Umbral Arcana that hides stuff from the mundane, goes away, like completely like goes away. You see that the Goblin King is there. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. And what's even worse is it's Charlie's turn.
Oh god. So
For those of you who don't know, last session, Charlie pulled a whole crocodile out of the water.
y'all want to see it again?
Charlie's scary. Like, scary.
Charlie's gonna come over here.
You're still shifted, by the way, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm shifted and enraged. Did I? Yeah. So is that applied to my sheet? Because when I'm shifted, I get 10 hit points and a higher con mod.
Hold on. Let me open that. Go ahead and... Is it in your abilities? Oh, shifting.
Yeah.
So you don't get a higher con mod. You get temporary hit points equal to your level plus your con
I
mod.
half read that part. Either way, does that go up?
I don't know if you... Did you ever put your temp hit points in?
I guess so. That's what I have to do though.
Yeah. So you get 5 temp HP. It's like a little health buffer.
How do I?
So where it says in your hit points, go up to the home. You'll see a little bracket that says TMP next to your HP. Just put 5 in there. So essentially, you can absorb 5 damage that doesn't affect your health.
Got it. Okay. Anyway, so I walk over here. I look down, and what I'm seeing right here is 3 crocodiles.
You see 2 crocodiles. Well, only one crocodile is like enveloped with Tony, but the other one is like trying to push its way off of the like that little wooden half bridge there.
I got you.
Yeah, but only one of them is actually engaged with Tony.
Got you. Okay. I'm going to. I kind of have. Would you allow me to? I guess it'd be just a flat. Like, grab one of the gators.
Oh God!
And then use it as the weapon to hit the other gator.
Holy shit! I'll tell you what.
Round 2 electric boogaloo.
What did he say?
All I heard was electric boogaloo. I'll tell you what. Give me a strength check first. Just give me a raw strength check. You can either roll the dice or roll it in front of the board. Up to you.
The left or the right side?
So just the D20 plus your strength modifier.
I do this or?
So you would roll the left one, the one on the left.
Look, I never use this. I'm gonna try and use the app today because I want to check to see do I have to look at my screen, fool? What the fuck do I do?
So just double click your strength. Just double click that box. Well, it'd only be okay.
You said double click it.
Okay.
Sorry,
You have advantage on this. That's why I rolled it twice. I lied.
Oh, okay. All right, so my raw strength is.
So you actually rolled a 5 and a 6 and a 14. I'm going to roll a. Oof. It's currently grappled, so its speed. So its speed isn't reduced, but it is currently engaged. I'll say with a 16, it's going to roll this check with disadvantage. It's got a DC 16. I'll roll in front of the board. It has a +2 to this check. DC 16. Here we go. That is a 4.
Yes.
You are able to grab it, and you pull both Tony and the crocodile, and you're...
I was hoping to pull the one that's creeping away and hit the one that's attacking Tony.
Oh, okay. For anybody who's ever seen The Lion King, there is a super sad scene where Scar or Mufasa's hanging off the rocks, like the cliff, and his brother Scar comes over. He says, "Long live the king," grabs his heart, his paws and throws him off. You come over as it's trying to go off, same thing, grab its giant crocodile claws, and without throwing him back into the water, just pull him out of the water. You see its eyes go comedically wide as it is being pulled by a person. It is.
Well, I'm raging, so I don't really look a person.
As you pulling it out of the water, just like Wolf Lady. It is you pull it out of the water. It's an improvised weapon, so you're gonna have disadvantage on the attack, but you can absolutely swing it.
For sure. 100%. So, what am I doing? It's a D20?
So it's a D20 in your strength modifier, but you have disadvantage on the swing.
Okay, but I also have advantage on any strength stuff, so is it just a flat roll?
Well, you don't have advantage on attacks. It's only strength checks and strength saves.
Poop. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I'm raging and shifting?
Yeah, look, advantage on checks, strength, advantage on saves, strength.
Does it know that I'm shifted, though?
Well, your shifted doesn't give you advantage on attacks.
You're right, it just gives me an extra attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a D20?
Yeah, just a D20 plus your strength modifier.
In the box. No, I hit disadvantage. Sorry. Can you show me how to
Yeah,
do it?
you rolled it with this. Oh, no,
I
you
rolled 2.
Okay. So what you want to do is at the bottom left, you want to click disadvantage. Yep. And then you get a +2 to it, so go ahead and click that +2. And then just roll a D20 in the box. And it'll roll. Yeah, there you go. Well, make sure it's in the box.
I hate this stupid game.
There you go. So you gotta, yeah. You're trying to swing it, and it is actively pulling away from you.
Yikes.
It clearly doesn't want to be swung. Tail first, but should we mind you? You're holding him by his head, essentially, trying to swing the tail and use it as an improvised whip or something. And it's not with it. It's not with it. You're swinging it, and it's pretty much you in this very, strange-looking rodeo.
So what did that take up?
I would say that's your action, your bonus action.
Alright, so all I have left is movement?
Is movement, but you're holding a gator, so it's halved.
Got you. So I am going to...
You can try and drag it onto the land if you want.
I am. So half my movement. I have 50, so I'm pretty sure I can get here.
5, 10, 15. That's only 15 feet.
Bring the croc with me. And then can I
Fully on land now.
Can I turn? Let's say I want to put the crocodile right in the face of Mr. Eldridge Cannon Boy.
You want to put it Oh yeah, for sure. You want to put it. You want to go down one, and then put it here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, easy.
Perfect. I'm gonna do that. Hey, Smirk! Get this
Yeah.
fucker!
Give me a minute. I gotta kill something else first.
Hell yeah.
At that moment, Charlie sees the Goblin King. That's it.
You just hear.
She whines like a dog whimper, like it gets stepped on. It's like,
Oh no. All right.
I guess that will end my turn.
Alrighty. Okay. Apologies in advance.
I love how you keep saying, okay.
Really?
That's
Well,
the
it has advantage because you are grappled,
Grappled.
Boo!
which does hit.
Boo!
That sucks.
And because it hit, you are also restrained.
Yikes.
Tony, you take 7 points of damage as it begins to constrict you and is literally like now spinning and trying to drag you deeper underwater. You lose another 30 seconds. You are now at 1 minute of oxygen left before you start to drown.
Cool. And I want to clarify that I don't have to put the damage number in because the program did that.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Cool. I love that. So cool. Technology, baby.
Hell yeah.
Technology.
It is trying to murder you.
Death roll, baby.
Death roll.
So I am at 25 wounds.
Yeah, so that's how much damage in total you've taken. Is 25.
Yeah, okay. So I have 4 HP. Cool.
Correct.
Where are you seeing this shit?
My character sheet.
Damage track. Combat tracker.
Smoke, you are up. You guys, by the way, you guys can see him because of the prestidigitation spell. Great use of a cantrip, by the way. Those of you at home, I implore you to think outside of the box a little bit. Who knows, your DM might just let you get away with some shenanigans. But because of this cheese, you guys can definitely see Tony looks terrible. Like, he does not look great.
Oh, fuck.
There's like weird colors of light that are arcing across the water. You see that like the water's all choppy as if like a piranha feeding frenzy is happening towards the top of it, just like. But it is just the fact that a crocodile was death rolling one of your companions.
Look, man, I tried my best.
Smoke, it is your turn.
Bonus action, ballista turret, fire at the goblin, and if it hits the ballista, does force damage, basically knocking back the opponent 5 feet.
Hell yeah, go ahead and roll. Ooh, baby, 23 hits for sure. And you see that, in fact, you know what? Go ahead and roll this with advantage, please. I'll say with that natural 1 that he rolled, he's a little freaked out that he is in this scenario. The fact that you guys can see him, so go ahead and roll with advantage just in case. All right,
Oh,
we were looking for a natural 20. That's all. No big deal. You definitely hit him. That's brutal.
That's double ones.
Oh my god.
Better roll one more to double check.
That's rough.
Well, it's a D8. It's not a D20. He doesn't auto
Oh, I
die.
didn't see it.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for the goblin to see if he can maintain his footing here. He does not have the skill, so it's gonna be a +2. I'll roll in front of the board so nobody thinks of any shenanigans. +2. Okay, he does maintain his footing. He does maintain his footing, but he does definitely hit the wall and seems a little bit he's definitely a little bit dazed. It looks like basically it was enough. He rolled high enough to maintain his footing, but not high enough to not suffer smacking his face off of a wall. That's he's next to.
Okay, in that case, Smoke is gonna, because he was taking cover behind the wall because he didn't know where the goblin was, he's gonna turn around and just open fire. Just blast this.
Oh
dude in
yeah,
the face.
and again, give it to me with advantage. Oh baby!
Oh!
Rolling the second one, nah.
What does Smoke say as he turns and literally puts the barrel in this dude's right in his chest?
I told Charlie this was gonna be quick. Pulls trigger.
You just hear as if fireworks are going because it's dark down here. You just see quick like flashes of light going off in the side as Smoke is one-handing this assault rifle and just unloading shells into his chest. I don't know if you guys can see, but it says instant death next to the goblin. You
Jeez.
fully Swiss cheese this poor Goblin King. And you see that you put so many holes in him, you fully cut him in half, like lacerate him in half. The top half falls into the water. It's just his legs and his bag that he was carrying, like around his waist. That's there with a loud like that falls, that just falls in front of you. And like the that little top torso starts to float away. That's brutal.
So
my
you said that was
God.
like a regular goblin or like a goblin, like the Goblin King?
No, that was the Goblin King. I will say this because I will come back to this. Table this for right now. I will come back to it to answer your question a little bit more in depth. Again, because of a particular reason.
Okay.
Smoke, do you want to do anything else with your turn other than fully one-shot this my Goblin King?
Smoke is gonna pick up the bag. Just pick it up, put it in his bag, starts looking over everyone else. All right, who's next? And that's the end of his turn.
Charlie's just like, "Aye!"
Insane. But okay. Which, by the way, you didn't roll crit damage. Because your gun is 2d8, right?
2d8 plus 4, yeah.
Yeah. So you actually didn't even roll full damage. That should have been 14 plus 7 plus 1, which is
Jeez.
21, 22, 26 damage.
You would have destroyed this
Fully
man.
blood misted him in a hail of bullets. It is your turn, Diego.
Cool. Will you say that shooting a firebolt into into the water to hit the crocodile would be effective?
Because it's a magic spell, the water has no real effect on your firebolt. It'll pierce through and hit your target. The only problem is that he's in a grapple. He's not even just grappled, he's restrained, so you're shooting at disadvantage.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on him. It's an intelligence check.
Ooh, baby, these are crocodiles. They are not very smart. Oh yeah. It's an intelligence save.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.
Yeah, no, it doesn't pass. It was a DC 14.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah. You actually for a moment like you put your 2 fingers to your temple and you link with this thing, and it is literally like you link with him and you just see like a little scaly monkey with like a little trilby hat on, like with the symbols. It's like tsh, tsh, tsh. Like that's what you see as you like come back to you, and you're just like, what the, before you just full mind spike him.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's a 1d6 psychic, and he has to subtract d4 from his next. I think check. Is it just? Oh, his next saving throw.
Next save, got it. And
Yeah.
I believe because you used this before, you know its location now.
Yeah.
Got
Well,
it.
I can see him too, right? Like the water's still.
Yeah, so
Open.
so basically, unless he moves, you'll have a psychic know of where he is if it moves. But if it doesn't move and continues to sink down, which is what it's currently doing, it's just sinking straight down. You've cleared the water. It basically in a big column. You'll be able to see him. But unless he moves, you'll have that little like mind link that you've got going on with him.
Got it. All right. Let me
Roll me some
roll
damage,
some
baby.
damage.
Nice.
That's 5?
5 damage. Oh, baby. It does not look good for the Gators, folks.
Sorry, Tony. I thought that might have killed him.
It does not. It didn't kill him, but he does not look good. It definitely doesn't look. He looks like it is not long for this world. You can actually see that, like, that clear water that you have because of your spell has begun to bloody.
All right, I'm gonna go over 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm gonna go right here in the corner and take cover. That would be a bonus action, right?
Yes. Give me one
Bonus
second.
action. I thought he said butter snatch. I was like, what the
Is
fuck?
this a butter snack? Um,
And can I roll for perception to see if I see any other goblins?
give me 1 second.
Yeah, we're still working on your butter
I gotta check something. Because I think with the rules, you take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, from the crocodile?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I just realized I can look this up on the program, and I'm not, and I'm a
You
monster.
keep doing that.
Athletics or acrobatics. Gains a grapple condition. Yes, so he is going to take an attack of opportunity on you as you pass.
That's fine.
He gets. It's on its next saving throw. It takes the minus. Is it 4 or 1d4?
1d4.
1d4, but that's on a saving throw.
On a saving throw, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, he definitely gives you a little bit of a tail whip as you
Hold
try to
up.
pass.
Give me a second. Let me see what my AC is right now. Sorry.
You get a plus. You have a plus.
That wouldn't
3.
be enough.
Yeah, you got a 15 currently, I believe.
15. Yeah, I was gonna say I would cast shield, but that still wouldn't be enough.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll
Okay.
take
it during the roll, it sees you trying to get away, and you see that its tail comes out and just wham! You feel it like kind of slam into your side. You feel a couple of ribs crack.
it. And can I do a perception check to see if I see any goblins around here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool. Perception. So, dirty 20?
So there was a goblin. You don't see any other signs of goblins. It like you kind of take a look around. It doesn't even look like there would have been. There's not even a civilization of goblins down here. It looks like the fact that there's even one goblin down here is a little abnormal. It looks like it's a home to pretty much flushed crocodiles. But yeah, there was.
Okay.
Own crocodiles. What the fuck?
Have you like never heard of that? People like flush crocodiles. Like they flush them like them and snakes and stuff in the like down toilets.
How many people own crocodiles in New York?
I don't know, man.
snakes.
A lot. Teenage Mutant Ninja Crocodiles. Doesn't work with the rhythm. Yeah, so you don't see you see half of one, but none.
The one that he just killed.
Yeah, but no other ones.
Actually, since I don't see any goblins, I'm not gonna take my my cover action, my cover bonus action. So can I use my bonus action to do an insight check on that goblin that Smoke just killed? See if it was actually the leader.
Yeah, absolutely. I will also say this with that dirty 20 perception. You see heavy grooves along the ground, as if something that was being dragged down here, like scraping into the stone that was down here.
Where are they heading? Which way?
They're heading towards like from where you're standing, a little bit like up and to the right.
Up and to right. Got it. Okay. Let me roll that insight on the dead goblin.
Give it to me.
That's a 7. Never mind.
You know what? Even with I'll tell you what, because that really wouldn't have been an insight check anyway. With a perception check, you saw moments before it saw its final moments. There was a full little like crown on its head.
Okay. I'm just gonna say I called dead to the crown.
So with a 7 insight, you can't determine what it was thinking last before it was ripped in half by projectiles.
No, that's fine. I was just trying to see if I could deduce that if he was the the actual like goblin leader, or just like a what you call it, like a double or something.
I understand entirely, but yeah, you get the.
Do you say that out loud?
Hmm?
Do you say that you call dibs on the crowd out loud?
Yeah.
You kill it, you get it. That's mine.
That's fair enough.
I
I really hope it's not cursed.
Yeah. So so that happens. You don't see anything else. Hell yeah. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, it's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty. You're up,
pass?
Tony. Oh yeah, go ahead and make sure you pass your turn.
Nope.
You're up, Tony.
Smashing pizza in my face. All right.
That's a good way to go out.
Yep. I'm gonna look at this little handy dandy in-game thing, and
Dude, I'm-
I'm gonna see if Cure Wounds is somatic, and it is. It's verbal. I meant verbal's the word. That's the one. Well, fuck. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to break out of this thing's grasp again.
All right.
Let's start with that.
You can give me athletics or acrobatics, DC 12.
Or acrobatics, you say?
Yes, sir.
Music to my ears. Unless it isn't.
Oh shit.
This is one strong mother, bro. So you're gonna hate me. Oh wait, it's saving throws. Is it saving throws? Never mind. It's saving throws. You're good.
Well, that was.
I thought being I just looked at it again. I thought being restrained gave you disadvantage on Dex skill checks,
But it doesn't.
but it does not. It's only saving throws.
Okay, cool. Alright, so that didn't work. Let's try and charm it again. That's a fun one.
Hell yeah.
Please be my friend.
Get it this
Please.
You again. There's like a weird sense of panic that is rising up in you, and it's getting more and more difficult for you to like moments ago you were like, I need some light, and light happened at the tip of your telescope. Like you're just like, what the fuck? And then and then before that you were just like, oh man, I need to like, I wish this crocodile was like a friend instead of an enemy. And all of a sudden like magic was trying to like accompany you, but the fact that you're like freaking out a little bit too much is making it very difficult for you to cast your spells. It does succeed the save. You lose 30
was that-
seconds. Of
By
air.
how much did he succeed the save by?
Oh, it does. I'm sorry. You're right. It gets a minus a D4. It rolled a 9. So hold on.
Wait, so the DC is 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry. This is worded strangely. So you passed. It does become charmed.
Oh, so that happened earlier, technically. But it's fine.
Earlier.
It failed its save earlier.
Yeah. So the thing that says failed.
That's
is a
fine.
gator.
I'll
Okay.
take this.
Sorry, I read that wrong. I was like, yeah, it would have
No,
been a
it's
wisdom
cool.
save. It rolled a 9. Save 9 versus DC 13. It's saying that the crocodile had a failure, not the spell had a failure. My apologies. So let me go ahead and do this. It gains the charmed effect.
Can I get a spell slot back?
Absolutely, you can get a spell slot back.
Cool.
It's fully charmed, but again, you're at a minute instead of 30 seconds. You're at a minute.
Okay. Whatchamacallit? I am also a Furbolg. Where's that thing? Is that considered an
Yeah, I
ability?
changed to it. I didn't see it.
See what?
The thing you were saying in our inventory.
I get advantage on charisma checks to influence the crocodile. So you said the Goblin King is dead, right?
Oh, full dead, like beyond dead.
You think I could this thing's charmed by me, right? You think I could persuade it to attack its other friend?
You can I'll tell you what. It would have been. It's going to be a persuasion check, but you have advantage. Now I'm actually going to lower the DC because not only do you have advantage, but it is charmed. What do you tell him? What do you want him to do?
Look, we're cool. I get that you two are cool, but he's hurting the people that I'm cool with. So can you make him stop?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. And this is this is with advantage.
All right.
If you are rolling on the program, you'll see that there's a button down there that says ADV. Click it to like toggle it on, and then just roll a d20, or you can just click it and then click your persuasion skill on your character sheet, and then it'll roll with advantage.
Or I could just roll 2 dice.
So 15 minus 1, 14. You see that it instantly lets you go, and here, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, if I had known, I would have never.
Hey, wait. I can't hear answers. They can just understand me.
Here's the thing. What you're trying to speak, and it's just bubbles coming out, and then in perfect English, it begins to speak back to you as if not being influenced by the water at all.
What the fuck?
We just like, oh my god, like this Goblin King moved in, and he was saying how, like, death to the surface dwellers, and they're taking over the
Yeah.
sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? They're taking over the real estate, and now, how dare they flush you down toilets? Oh my god. I can absolutely help you. Let me start by not trying to drown you. Oh my god. And you see that, like, again, he lets you go. And you said you're like, you see that he goes, yeah, and we're like buddies now. So, like, whatever you need me to do, I got you.
Can you stop your friend from hurting my friends?
Dude, totally. Let me go ahead and switch him to a friendly.
Oh my god! I tamed a crocodile! Until it stops being charmed by me in an hour.
Hey, bullets. That's what bullets are for, buddy. You did good.
Still, shouldn't he like?
It's there for looting purposes. If there's something you guys want to take from him other than his bag.
Gotcha.
But I can delete him if it's too confusing.
Correction. It is 24 hours.
Insane. So this is a little redundant, but you
Assuming nobody harms it after this point.
you lose 30 seconds of air, so you're at 30 seconds. But you're not but you still have your movement action. Let me go ahead and remove your restrained and grappled condition. You are no longer restrained and grappled, so you do have a movement action if you want to just like swim to the top.
Oh yeah, I would love to swim to the top.
Easy. You actually see that the crocodile swims underneath you, or he like swims behind you and like hugs you from behind, like little kicking its feet and brings you to the top.
Runs in slow motion.
You hear, oh my god, you have great quads. Like,
Thanks.
no problem, dude. And you see that it's not its turn yet, but you seem to have reached some kind of connection.
Guys, this one's cool!
I'll shoot it last.
Why?
Just don't shoot it.
You hear, wow, your friend aggressive.
Did not pass the bug check.
I want to shoot it so bad.
In fact, did not
No, do
succeed.
not shoot the crocodile.
Can they wait? Can they understand the crocodile or just me?
No, it's to them, to you guys. You just hear like, rah, 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 rah,
Why is that
rah.
how alligators talk in your mind?
And to you, it's perfect, like a perfect English.
Well,
No, I would not blame you for assuming that.
All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Tony?
I have a bonus action. I don't know if druids get healing word. I don't think they do.
They do not.
Cool. Well. What am I gonna do? I don't. I don't know. It's a bonus action.
I retract that. Druids do get healing word. My bad.
I guess I just don't have it prepared. If that or I just
bet
haven't
sometimes you
learned it.
wish you were a cleric.
Sometimes I wish I had 24 AC. Sometimes.
If he was a cleric, he would be dead right now. So
Hey. Wrong. I'd just be praying to God to take the crocodile off of me instead of asking the crocodile nicely.
Instead of asking it nicely. So do you have anything you want to do with your turn, or is that everything?
Yeah, I want to stay. I want to. Oh, that's the crocodile. Oh wait, no, myself, please. Okay.
So real quick, move
of
into a
water.
square. There you go.
Yeah, so I want to get out of the water, and I'm gonna take my little fancy telescope, and I would like to do another surveying of my surroundings.
100%. Give me a perception check, please.
Absolutely, skills, and then this doodad right here, and I roll it, and that's bad, but it's okay.
You see through your telescope, where once were like these like deep grooves, like that's what it looks like on the surface, are these kind of like deeper grooves. You see like this almost like as if like this like kind of arcane dust has kind of been sprinkled in them, as if like what like when stone like when you grind stone down, how it leaves like residue, like a dusty residue behind. The dust that's in these grooves, for what you give me I'll tell you what, give me an arcana check, please. I'll say arcana or investigation.
I will take the arcana. I think it's really funny that I'm rolling arcana and I didn't even know what magic was like a day ago. Oh, did that not roll in the box? I
No,
thought rolled in
it
the
didn't
box.
roll, no.
Damn, that was a good number too.
You can always double click. You can always just double click the skill and it'll always roll it in the box if that ever happens.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like weird. It's honestly, it's hard. You're right. Like, you didn't even realize that magic existed, and now as of lately, you've kind of been speaking what it is that you were like wishing of. You know what I mean? Ever since you had the talk with the dragon of Bleecker Street, you kind of been like, oh, I wish I had light, and light happened. You know what I mean? So you're still getting used to the whole magic thing in yourself. So it kind of doesn't. It's hard for you to put together. What this little like sparkly dust could mean.
All right. And that will be my turn. And then I'm going to click this sword and then hit the down arrow. There we go.
Attaboy. All right. This one is being dragged by Charlie by its head. It's going to use this opportunity to attempt to bite you in the face.
Aren't I holding it by its head? Doesn't that make it like...
It's still like snap. You're not like holding it still.
Damn it.
It's still like snapping and trying to wiggle.
Yeah.
It gets you. It's going to deal... wow. I don't think any damage. The whole attack was absorbed by your temp HP.
Dope.
And halved. So I think you took one that was halved to 0. Like, wow. Okay, insane. It fully bites you. Like, it fully bites you.
I'm gonna have a cool scar.
It fully bites you. Your face doesn't move, like, and makes no change. It fully like bites onto your neck, and you're just straight stone face looking at it, and you just hear, "What the fuck?" Like
she's like, Jesus, mate, you live in the fucking sewer. Oh. God, brush your teeth.
You see that it goes, huh? Like, looks down, pulls out a little like side, like little pocket mirror, and starts like brushing his teeth.
What?
No.
Where did he get pockets?
Crocodiles have pants too. No. Cool. Insane. And so, interestingly enough, it did hit you. It just didn't deal damage. It did deal damage, just none of it mattered. So because of that, you're actually grappled.
What?
So it bites you and just latches on. Like, you're holding it by the... It looks like a weird prom dance.
What the fuck? And it's... Grapple does what?
It reduces your movement speed to 0.
But I can still do everything else.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, sorry.
I Sorry.
It can't move because it's grappled. You can't move because you're grappled. That's weird.
I can't move, but I can still act.
Goblin is dead. Charlie, you're up.
Oh.
I had to cycle through the turns. Just so you know, this is round 10. Your rage ends this round. So, like, this is the last round that you have.
Gotcha. Might as well use it while I can. Can I go ahead and just start punching him?
Oh, for sure. and it's not moving. So, like, it's very much like a stationary target.
So I need to roll. All right. I'm only level 4, so I don't get my extra attack yet, or I do.
You are level 4. You don't get your extra
level
attack until level 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit him once, and then I'm using claws, so I get to hit him a second time, and then I'm shifting, so I get to hit him a third time, but I have to use my dex. And I think that might be it for now. So that's just 3.
Yes.
Dope. So let's do. Full damage like this. If I want to do my claws and like make sure everything's added in. I don't know, should I just roll 3d20s?
So what are the things you're hitting with?
I have to roll 2d20s.
Like are you hitting with a claw twice? Yeah. Okay. So you can either
I'm technically hitting it with the claw 3 times, but the third time just uses my dex as sorry, it just uses my dex for its attacking damage.
Okay. So just for this claws right here, this one right here, you're gonna roll that 3 times on the target.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 1. That is a miss.
I'm raging. Do I get anything to the attack or just damage?
Just to the damage. You get an extra 2 damage. You get one more roll. And that's 2.
Cool. I'd like to not use my dex bonus action from shifting. Like. So, like, you know how one of them missed? I want the one that was supposed to be using my dex to miss.
Gotcha. 100%. So then that 1d6 plus 2 next to your claws, roll that on the target as well. Twice. Like that whole box. No.
This.
That box. Yep. Click it. Drop it on the target. Bam.
But then it also gets. But there's one other thing. Maybe not. It already entered my rage stuff.
If you read what it says here at the bottom,
That's so crazy.
it says claws blah 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 effects plus 2. So you get a plus. It added a plus 2 to the damage.
But claws already have plus 2, so shouldn't it have been 1d6?
Yeah. So it's 1d6 plus 2. You rolled a 1 plus 2, and then you get an additional plus 2. So that's plus 4.
Okay.
You gotta roll damage a second time though.
Okay.
Ooh, there it is, baby. 15 damage as this little, what was once a nice little dance at a high school formal turns into a bloody boxing match. Close range boxing match.
Is he dead?
He's not dead, but he's
So
definitely,
just hanging on to my face?
he's definitely hanging on to you and is busted up.
Alright, well that was, just my action then. Or does it still count?
So even though you missed, it was your bonus action.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking. Okay, cool. So then, I guess that's all I got. I am going to...
You can try to break the grapple if you want. That is just an option that you have.
It's not an action?
No.
Okay, I'll try and break it.
So you can roll me athletics or acrobatics. You will have an advantage if you roll athletics, though.
I see that. How do I do that again?
You just have to click it. You just have to click the skill in your... So, like, double-click the die part.
There's no die.
So, like, you see where it says athletics? If you go all the way over, it says +4. There's, like, a die in the corner of it. Double-click that whole box. Oh, yeah. What does it look like as Charlie is just clawing this thing's face off?
I'm trying to get it off of me?
Yeah.
It looks very much like King Kong fights the dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Is that what I'm thinking of? Maybe it wasn't King
Yeah,
Kong.
no, King Kong definitely fights giant dinosaurs and
Yeah.
other massive
Yeah, and
creatures.
she like grabs his like mouth off her face like this, and she's like, obviously it doesn't kill him.
For those of you at home, like one hand palm up at the roof of its mouth, the other hand palm down at the bottom of its mouth, and just fully pries it off of her face.
She leans over, like while holding the gator, mouth open, an inch away from her face, she kind of leans to the left a little bit, seeing smoke, and she's like, "Oi! Did you fuck up my face?" To smoke.
What?
Was that in game?
Yeah, that was in game. Yeah.
I said, "Oi! Did he fuck up my face?"
More fucked up than usual. Yes. Same fucked up though.
You deliver that sentence for like the second time, and it's just sitting there like even its eyes roll to face bug. It's like,
Do I still
like
have movement?
you do some movement. You broke the grapple, so yeah, you are no longer grappled.
I'm going to move here while still holding the gator. So like I just basically turned, and I'm holding him out like this.
Okay. It's still like.
Yeah. And I'd like the turret to shoot it, please.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It is our friend the gator's turn, who is going to
What's his name?
Maurice.
Maurice. But King Julian.
Insane. Insane. It's going to attack the alligator. the little I keep calling him
The
alligator.
one
but
that's
they're-
in my hand.
Yeah. Bruh. Bruh. You're holding it out for the turret to shoot, and you just see like eyes pierce the water from in front of you from behind it, jump out, grab the gator from your hand, and pull it underwater. And then another gator comes up, fully vertical up, looks at you, winks at you, like with a thumbs up, and then goes back into the water.
Wait, how come you can see what he got?
So, for those of you who don't know, if you didn't see it, the crocodile hit with an 18 and then did max damage to the other
Yeah,
crocodile.
we can't see any of that.
Damn. Is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Gators, man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Gators. Brutal. It's charmed for 24 hours, so I guess combat's over. Like,
Do we have to
Smoke.
kill it?
it's up to
Looks over
you.
the second gator.
Cool. I'm gonna like wave everybody on, like, guys, get over here. We gotta check this out.
Can I loot the Goblin King's body before
Sure.
I shoot the second gator?
Give me an investigation check real quick. I'll say, yeah, give me an investigation check, just like DC 10.
Okay.
Wow, you guys have some
I am a
crazy skill.
detective.
I was about to say, you guys, wow. The goblin doesn't have anything else on him, on his legs, that are, I guess, worth looting. It seems that everything that it thought was valuable was in the bag that you took, and it was trying to take the gear from you to add to said bag.
So it's the bag. The bag is. I'm assuming the bag's empty as well.
The bag is not empty. The bag is pretty full with like stuff.
Oh, what's in the bag?
What's in the bag? So without any like, you know, specifics, so like no identifies or anything. For the most part, it's a bunch of junk. You have a small drawstring bag full of broken bottles and glass, an incomplete deck of cards. You see that there's one shoe, not a pair, a couple of stolen hubcaps, like some spinners. Like there's one of them is like a whole rim. It's a spinner. You see
These
it's
motherfuckers stealing rims.
someone's license plate. A bust, like a smartphone with the screen broken. A roll of garbage bags. a magic 8-ball and a Rolex watch.
Broken Rolex?
Yeah.
Okay. Smoke is like, Goblin just ties the bag to his side and just keeps on moving. I take the
Okay.
crown as well. I put the crown in the bag.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the crown. Yeah, you'd have to go into the water to get it, but the crown is
What do you
like
mean,
as
it's an
some.
alligator friend?
Oh right, yeah, it just swims down and gets it for you. It you actually see that again. So since Tony's the only one who can hear it, he goes, "Oh, you only wanted the crown? My apologies. I thought you wanted the whole thing. You're hungry. I'm hungry. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to share. Friendship. Hilarious.
Well, I'm
love
gonna
this
say,
thing.
yo, Smoke, just feed him the goblin. Just
Wait,
hold it
we're
up,
keep.
feed him like a
Wait,
dolphin.
we're keeping this thing.
No, but it's still nice, he helped us.
Okay, there you go. And Smoke turns to you like a really upset dad of like about to kill someone's puppy. He's like, I'm going to kill this thing.
Hey,
I will
Smoke,
not feed
do
it.
not Smoke, do not kill the gator, please.
It is bloodied. I can kill it right now. I can
He's-
unload on this thing and it just stops moving.
He's
You
our
are
friend.
not killing the gator.
Takes out the gun, points it to it. What's stopping me?
Me. I cast charm person.
What did he say?
He said,
Okay, guys, this is not hey,
Are
hey.
you actually trying to charm me? Because if you don't, I am pulling the trigger, as you say me. So
Listen.
if you don't pull the trigger, I am shooting this.
Listen. If I charm him, I'm just saying. If I did it,
Tony,
would
are
he
you
get the
charming me?
attack off first?
Are you charming me, Tony?
I have questions for God right now.
"What are your questions for God?"
If I charm him, will the effect of my charm happen before he shoots the gator?
That is going to be technically you spoke first, so yes, you would go. Yours happens first.
Wait. Smoke. Hey, these gators.
Wait a
tell us
minute.
what's going on
I
here.
have
Don't
to
you
decide
dare.
if this is worth it.
Diego, this is already too out of character. This is too far gone. Smoke is just like, you don't tell me what to do. He's pulling the trigger.
Smoke, for the love of God, please do
Charlie's
not
just
shoot the
looking
gator.
at both, all the party, she's looking at Smoke and then the other guys and then the other guys. She's just like, you don't have a fucking pissing contest. We have places to be. There's a girl that's being eaten in here.
Charlie, can you just take the gun from him, please?
I'm gonna tackle Dragon Man.
Wait, hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. He better charm me first, because if I get to pull that trigger first.
Okay, I'm not gonna charm him, but I am just gonna say me.
There's
Oh my God.
there's a loud bang and the gun goes off.
You monster!
Now he's against us again.
He's dead.
Is he dead?
So it is
Oh, he's
actually
dead.
it's actually not dead. It is dying. So it's on death saves.
Bonus action turret.
Bonus action
Oh my
turret.
God, you fucking got him all.
Well,
You're a
well.
monster.
Okay.
I have a job to do.
So
This is
because
my job.
so-
Murdering
No,
crocodiles is
hey,
not
hey,
your
let's bring it in. So because of what's on the stack, technically you pull the trigger, you tackle, then Charlie tackles Smoke. So go ahead and give me an athletics check, please. Double click. Smoke, can you give me an athletics, please?
Ooh. Could I use acrobatics?
Unfortunately, no. This is a battle of athletics here.
Yikes.
Bonus action. That crocodile's dead.
Yeah, saves.
Can I?
You see that you go to tackle him. He fully like a bull with a matador with the red cape. Fully steps around, spins around you, and like you're still seeing red. Like your rage hasn't ended yet, so you're still kind of seeing red. You like take a step into like kick up some dirt, sprint at him. He fully spins around you. You go right into the wall.
Can I?
The hit from
can
the
I use
wall
my reaction
actually
to cast
shakes
a
you out of
remote
your rage.
takeover?
Charlie hits the wall. Bam! Falls on the ground. Kind of turns around and she's like, "Where the fuck are we?"
You see, as soon as you see that, you hear the turret, the briefcase turret, fires the ballista shot into the water, hits the unconscious crocodile. Oh, poor Maurice.
Hey, wait a minute. Technically, if you take a hit and you're in death saves, it's just 2 failed saves.
It is technically 2 saves, so it takes 2 death saves. Then it is Diego's. Diego is next on the stack. So
I'm gonna cast remote. I think it's remote takeover on the turret.
Isn't it true?
oh fuck!
Wait, isn't it true?
Give me a second.
Something-
Let me see if I can find the
If-
exact spell because it was a UA. I have to find the
If
thing
you
again.
exceed something's HP,
No saves, right?
so if your damage exceeds its max HP, so had he have done 19 damage, it would have killed it outright.
Yeah,
But-
what about once it's in death saves?
Once it's in death saves, you'd have to do. Once it's in death saves, you technically just lose saves. You no longer are taking damage when you're down. You're just losing death saves.
Okay.
It's why the Goblin King died, because he did like 2.5 times the Goblin King's health in one shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna use his I'm gonna take over his turret with remote access and just like shut it down.
What does it look like as so this clusterfuck happens? There's people shooting crocodiles. You see that the turret is blasting in the water. Smoke breaks the ankles of Charlie beyond recognition, who flies into a wall, reverts back to her normal self. What does it look like as Diego casts remote takeover?
He's gonna like use standard close his eyes and you're gonna on the turret is gonna appear kind of like a not a holographic image but more of like a I guess like a faint hologram of Diego just like manipulating the turret, and it's like flickering in and out. I think he's gonna like use and just turn off the turret like for the time being.
Yeah, you see that your little like image projects onto it, and you see that the whole turret fully like recedes and begins to fold back up into the briefcase, and then just the briefcase is there. It has fully like shut down and reverted back to being a briefcase.
DM, hand in the water, shocking grasp.
For what?
Because the crocodile's still in the water, so he's finishing it off.
Oh my god.
Hang on, is this not technically like still combat?
If we're
It's
This should be a turn order thing.
it's
stop
You're-
defending the crocodile, please, guys. Let it die.
No, I won't let it die.
That crocodile helped us.
I'll tell you what, Tony. What is it that you want to do?
I want to cast Cure Wounds on the
Okay.
crocodile.
Tony and
Are you
Smoke.
serious?
Tony and Smoke. I need both of you to roll an initiative for me, please.
I am serious. It helped me.
Oh my god, where's my
hang on, I'm
initiative?
trying to figure out. I'm on the wrong mouse. There's part of the problem.
18. Wait, hold up. No, that was with the turret.
Where?
19.
Oh my God.
Even better. Fuck.
All right, baby.
Smoke has a job to do.
I
He's gonna do it.
believe- I believe in the heart of the cards.
He has a job. He's going
The
to
heart
do it.
of the card. No! No! I rolled a 19, but it didn't count as the box.
Brutal.
I hate this system. This system sucks. I'm mad. I'm so mad right now.
The hand goes in the water, a
Rolled
pulse
it
of
over
electricity
the
goes
fucking
out.
chat. I'm mad.
And you guys, the crocodile does not resurface. Interesting little kerschmuffle going on right there. Kerfluffle. Yeah.
All right, job's done. Now we can move on.
You're a fucking monster, man. I hope you know that.
It was. Wait, pause. Was this thing not trying to kill you 5 seconds ago?
Yeah, but
I
you
said it was
body.
cool.
Did you use magic on it?
The magic, yes, but we
The
would have been
magic
gone
of
in a
friendship.
day.
You are a novice. I'm not trusting my life to a novice with a magical spell. I'm killing it. If it was Diego now, it would have been a different situation, but sorry, Tony, you're new.
Smoke, we could have gone and be far away from here by the time the spell worn off, man.
It would have picks
It
up the
would not have
briefcase.
followed you.
You think the
Jobs.
crocodile's gonna leave the sewer?
Charlie's just backed up against the wall, panicked breathing, like, where the fuck are we?
Instead of worrying about a crocodile, how about taking care of your actual friend?
Oh, so we're friends now. That's the term we're going with.
I said your friend, not mine.
I don't know her. I've known her for a day, and she turns into a crazy werebeast every hour.
You guys gotta chill the fuck out, please. We got some more pressing matters.
Keep in mind, as Tony says this, he's like 7-8 foot tall now. Like, he's massive. He's like I don't think Tony's realized it, but he's like, she turns into a goddamn werebeast. And he's about like 1.5 feet, 2 feet taller than every single one of you. Like, and like broad shouldered, like weirdly square, like hairy face. Like, also pretty much a monster. Like,
Okay,
What says how to call him Pop Black much.
I'm gonna go and like follow the skid marks.
okay. Anybody else go with him, or you guys?
I do as well. I would like to roll
I'll
investigation.
go. And
No, I'm like as they're like
my
screaming at each
telescope.
other, I'm just gonna be like, see you guys in a second. I'm just gonna walk away.
What the
I'm
fuck
just
are
gonna
you doing?
leave the mad, panicked fucking. We're just ditching Charlie having a panic
yeah,
attack.
smoke's not turning around.
Oh my god.
She's just like, oh my god, what's happening?
Be careful, you're in the sewers. Don't want to fall into the vomit. Smoke
Can I do
says.
a post-battle perception check with my telescope?
God, you guys are assholes. I'm gonna have to walk back and get Charlie.
Sure. Give me
She
a.
like grips onto you as you help her up. She's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I'm gonna walk back and just like grab Charlie by the arm.
Perception 21. You look through the telescope and you can see this like magical like trail. It's the dust is like kicking up. It's very similar to when you were at the school in session 1 where you were at the school and it was like the wind was carrying you, like kind of leading you somewhere. It's very similar to that. There's like it's almost like you can see a scent trail that is taking you a certain direction. That is like where Diego had saw earlier, where those grooves lead off to like the eastern, like that eastern end of the sewer.
There's some type of weird fairy dust in the scratches in the wall.
Investigation, please.
Sure. I will say this. Do you guys follow the grooves, or are you just trying to identify the that weird dustiness that's in the grooves?
I'm gonna try. Can I roll an Arcana to see if I can identify what the dust is as I'm walking?
Okay.
I'm gonna roll investigation to basically like the grooves and what
Do
could have
I?
caused it.
Sure. If the two of you want to work together, I'll let one of you roll it with advantage, depending on
Do
which.
I get another Arcana check?
Not yet.
Okay.
Smoke and Diego, like again, if you guys want to roll, like help each other out, depending on if you want more information as far as investigation goes or an Arcana goes, if you guys want to work together, you can have advantage on one of those checks.
Yeah. Diego, what's your bonus to Arcana?
+6.
All right. You take it. I'll give you advantage.
+6.
Go. Give me a second. Oh god damn it! I rolled it out of the box. It was a nat 20.
Brutal. Still great.
22.
You again, so you're not able to determine specifically, like I'm talking specifically what this dust is. You are able to determine that this is from stone grinding down stone. So whatever this stone is was dragged through here, causing these deep grooves, and as a result of it being dragged, some of the stone was like becoming dust as it was dragged along. The other thing that you notice with an arcana, because you used an arcana check, this is a magic stone.
That was
So
literally my next question.
so the stone is magic. Whatever it belongs to, is a magic stone. Like it is made. What the purpose of it is. What the purpose of, I'll say with a 22, you know this very you know what it is. The purpose of the stone involves like purification magic.
Hey, didn't we hear that the something about the statue of Bethesda? The statue of Bethesda Park?
Since you were able to recall that, this would make sense that this is what it's connected to, because that is the Bethesda, Bethesda.
What am I saying?
Bethesda.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it would make sense because that was the purpose of the statue is a guardian of the Bethesda fountain, which is like a hub, like the water in and of itself is healing purification water, and like the statue can bestow its blessing upon the water if somebody like were to take it and use it. Alejandro actually was given some of the water as a gift from the statue that he had in a flask that Henry took.
That's some hard
So the
talk.
statue is sentient.
The statue is sentient.
All right, I'm gonna just follow the grooves.
Okay.
Also, hey, quick side note about what we were talking about before. Can we just retcon the whole thing? So I'm gonna be like Alejandro's like grandson,
Sure.
like he's older from like cousin of like Amelia and I forgot the other one's name.
Anna and Amelia,
Yeah,
we
like
could,
they're
yeah,
like my cousins.
for sure. Easy.
Do you tell us what you're finding out?
Yeah, I'm saying all of that like out loud. I'm like you guys remember we heard about the statue before, and I tell them about the
Thank you.
like that the statue is sentient and all that stuff. Yeah.
You guys dive deeper into the sewers, finding like it's a series of twists and turns that lead you to a little alcove where you see that leaning against the wall, having been dragged all the way down here, is the angel of the Bethesda fountain although she is not animated currently. Like
Arcana.
sure. And Diego, you would know this. You haven't ever actually. I wouldn't say you've ever actually. Whoa.
Antes me llega el paquete mío de Amazon, de Sketcher.
With the
Sketcher.
guys,
Sketcher no viene por Amazon.
Wait a second.
I'll say this until he gets back. Charlie, you're brand new to the Unsleeping City. This just looks like the statue of the Bethesda fountain.
Okay,
Like
so I wouldn't know if
you can
it-
see.
What I'm trying to find out is, does it look different from normal? Does it look like pieces are chipped or some of it's broken?
It does have a different look to it now. It doesn't look like that kind of, that like green stone that they use in a lot of like water-based fountains so that it doesn't like corrode.
Emerald.
Is it emerald?
I mean, it looks
It-
like it.
It doesn't look like a full statue. It is a little bit more lifelike. It does have like a little bit more. It doesn't look so stiff, I would say. You're kind of like, oh, is it weird or does this like look like a person? You know what I mean? It doesn't look like a statue, like tried and true. Diego, you've never had like a full encounter with the angel of the Bethesda fountain, But again,
Wait,
you
give me a
sorry.
second. I was gonna ask Smoke if he wanted to help me out and like looking at the statue and trying to figure out what's going on with it.
Yeah, definitely. If you want, you have my advantage. If you want, depending
So
on what you
before
need
you
to.
before you
Never mind.
before you roll, give me and the choice is up to you. Give me a history check or an arcana check. That now you can go ahead and roll.
Okay. 16 on Arcana.
Much better. The fountain, so the Bethesda fountain, the angel and the fountain, they are magically linked, like hand in hand. So right, so the angel has the powers of the fountain has the powers of the angel. It was built as a sort of guardian of the dreams, like of dreams through like arcane means. She is currently dormant, but without some seriously like powerful reanimation magic, the only way to wake her would likely be to like reconnect her to that stream, like her purpose, right? Like guarding like dreams and guarding the dreams and like the dream realm or whatever. So basically, you would need to tether the dream world and keep that kept her animated, as like that tether has been severed and you need to reconnect it somehow. Like you would need to rebridge it.
I think this might be a job for Charlie.
Really? All right.
I mean, she is the guys. She's the Vox Phantasma. Like she is the dreams of New York, of the people of New York. Like this is what she does.
Can we just ixnay on the Vox shit? I'm just a person. I'm just here.
If you want to get like again, Arcana is only like one half of it. If one of you wants to attempt a history check, you can do that as well, unless you want to like just go with your initial idea.
I'll take the history. I'll do the history one. 20.
Oh fuck.
Nice.
Okay.
Can we give him advantage?
Yeah. If you
Nah, I can help Smoke. Like
yeah. If you guys,
Alright,
if the two of you were like brainstorming, so if the two of you wanna roll it with advantage, go ahead.
Yeah. Smoke is big brain. Oh, never mind.
Smoke, you're like old, right? Not in the sense that like the body you're in is old, but like as a member of fairy, like as a Seelie, you reincarnate over many lifetimes, retaining some of the old memories that you've had from previous lifetimes. You remember the fountain's creation. The fountain was made in the late 1860s. I believe it was 1869, 1868. And the statue, again, is an animate being, almost like a golem, and has been since then. In other words, it wasn't recently brought to life. She has always been alive since she was created. And being a powerful representation of the Unsleeping City, she has an incredibly strong bond to New York City. So her purpose is to guard the dreams, but there are other means to essentially like bridge the gap other than like trying to find like the dream route. If I'm trying to drop you some breadcrumbs, I don't know if you got that.
There basically other ways to get it back online.
Yeah, so you basically, I'll say it this way: you can attempt to bridge her using the power of dreams, or try to bridge the gap using her connection to New York.
Yeah. I'll recount this to the rest of the group. Basically, yeah, to get her back. This thing is old, like real fucking old. Either power it by dreams or power it by New York City itself. Any ideas?
Bring her back to the fountain.
It's big. You actually you guys can see now that you're like up close. This is a huge fountain. So whatever dragged her here is incredibly strong. Like, you
Can
guys,
I look around for that?
sure, you guys may be able to drag it, but it's gonna be the better part of like a day and some change. Like,
Are
it's
we
big.
like on a timer?
It's not that it's on a timer. It's just huge. Like,
Okay.
it's just huge and weighty and has a lot of mass. Like, that's all.
If we were to wake her up, could she make her way back to the fountain?
Oh yeah, she can fly. She can fully fly and maneuver around New York, much like how Santa can. Like how he can kind of change his form to be like snowy wind and stuff to maneuver around homes and stuff. She can do the same thing. She is one of those incredibly powerful beings. And while you guys figure out how you want to do that, we are going to take our little 5-minute intermission. While you guys try to think of an example, let's get some drinks, get you re-up on your snacks if you need to. For anybody that's watched up into this far, please do us a favor, head over and hit that subscribe button. We will see you in a matter of 5 minutes. And in the chat, tell us what you think they should do to bring back the Angel of the Bethesda Fountain. See you in 5, guys.
lives are on fire.
And we're back. You guys were investigating on how to reanimate the statue of the Bethesda Fountain. What have we came up with?
What did chat come up with?
Are you guys gonna be on late like 2 weeks ago?
I want to hear chat's ideas.
This is you right now. This is your story.
Yeah, but I want to know what chat thinks. I want the insight of our viewers.
Chat doesn't.
I'm not gonna take their ideas, but I just want to know what they think.
Wow.
There is
But
no
you never know. Their idea might be my idea, and then it's not taking. It's just being on the same wavelength.
Well, I need an answer. Or what do you guys want to do in this moment here?
Hey, Wolf Girl.
Yeah, me.
Wolf.
Hey, could you speak to it?
To the statue that is very audibly not alive.
You had claws. I think. Just talk to the damn thing.
I'll guess. I'm gonna walk.
Alright, I'm
over.
back, guys.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm just gonna look at him and be like, hi.
Silence.
Touch it.
My name is I'm getting there. My name is Charlie. Are you awake in there? Poke.
You poke the statue, and you boom! A massive surge of magic, as it is like the feeling of when you get like static electricity build up in your finger, and then you touch something, but like as soon as that little impact hits, that little spark, a massive blast of energy, purples and like golden yellows, like a deep voidless black, like void black, like whites, beginning to swirl and intertwine and webbing the statue and beginning to absorb inside of it.
Shit.
Your consciousness is sucked into this other realm. You reach into this place of empathy, and you're suddenly, for a moment, floating in the realm you were at when you fell through the puddle in the beginning.
You're just like,
You
oh Jesus Christ, not here again.
You are in a fragment of the dream realm again. You see a little smiling little orphan child with gray skin and black eyes look up at you again and smile, as it's as creepy as this fucking kid is, and it is a creepy kid. It looks so like serene and pleased. And you see that it goes, everyone that ever came here had a dream. And it looks, and you see that the Bethesda fountain being built, like you almost like it's dragging you through like history rapidly. Like it's like a speed up of like them constructing it, of them making the Bethesda fountain and the angel being placed there for the first time. You see that the little child says, "The angel of the waters, the fountain of purification and healing, where all things can be born anew. That's what dreams are. They're the one thing that connects us all. And I'm glad that you wanted to know her dreams."
Are you able to repeat what the words she said were?
With
the angels of the waters.
The angel of the waters, the fountain of purification and healing, where all things can be born anew. That's what dreams are. You need me to keep going?
1 second. It's hard to write all that real fast. Where all dreams become anew.
Yeah, where all things can be anew. Comma, that's what dreams are.
Cool, I'm good.
Do you need me to anything else?
I mean, you can keep going with what you were saying.
Okay. It doesn't say you like. It doesn't say anything else. You are suddenly, as soon as it goes like, I'm glad that you wanted to know her dreams, sucked back out, and you see that, and you hear.
She's like, wait, no, come back. Oh.
You are almost pushed out, like you take a step back as if, like to catch yourself, and you see that the statue begins to loosen up. Pieces of like water coming out of old joints in the body and whatnot. A full angel statue reanimates in front of you.
Holy fuck! What?
And she goes, "Oh my god! What? Who are you?"
Who the fuck are you?
She goes, "I'm the angel of the fucking waters, kid."
Do I know her name? Like, does she have a name that people refer her to by?
Her name is M.
M. Have I met her before, by the way? I don't know.
What's up?
Have I met her before? I don't actually know.
Not like specifically one-on-one, but like Alejandro is like friends with her, so, and like you've been with Alejandro when he goes to see her and stuff. You've seen them like have conversations and stuff sometimes, but never like she knows you because you know Alejandro, so kind of like you know what I mean? Like it's not like you guys are close friends because you hang out all the time. It's more like you guys just know of each other.
Okay. Smoke, what are you saying?
Smoke basically like looks around and like, because Smoke, his job is kind of like to be familiar with these things and things that could possibly be threats and things that you shouldn't fuck with, and this is one of them. He goes, "All right, M, this is Tony, Diego, Alejandro's kid, Tony, some weird druid, and Charlie over there is Wolf Girl, Dream, Fox, big shit. You were frozen, something dragged you away, we should probably get out, we should probably move."
She goes, "Oh my god." And you see that for a second she like goes over to you. She kind of begins to scan the group, and she stops at Tony, like scanning through you guys, stops at Tony, and she goes, "Well, it's good to meet you, Mr. Vox Popula. I wasn't aware that we had one of those."
Smoke looks over to Tony, because he did not know this.
Vox, what now?
She goes, she like turns back to Smoke. She goes, "This guy is kidding me, isn't he?"
Tony,
Alejandro didn't teach him shit.
She goes, "You're aware of you. You can't be."
Tony just kind of walks over and starts like shushing the girl.
You're magic Jesus, basically.
I know what he is. Shut up.
Guys, we should get out of here. It smells like shit down here.
Yeah.
It literally smells like shit down here.
She goes.
I was using metaphor.
She goes, yeah. She goes, look. I'm awake now. Nothing's gonna touch you. Relax. She sees that like you guys are kind of like dressed real nice, and she goes, "Oh my god, you didn't come from like a gala or something, did you? That's so thoughtful."
Dawn's wedding.
She goes, "You came from a wedding? Oh my god." But
I was having a real good time too, until somebody, and he looks at Smoke.
So
I will not let you fuck the Dawn's wife.
You see that she goes, okay.
Ex-wife.
You see that she goes, like, she's like, "All right, I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this. You said something came and just tore me off? Like, that, okay, that don't make a whole lot of sense, because, like, to tear me off to the fountain, you would need some powerful magic, like,
Oh yeah, by the way, something hit Santa, so that's probably we should move like now.
You see that she goes, right, she goes, kid. I'm telling you, don't worry. You see that she like extends her hand, and the water from the sewers like literally raises as a tidal wave, like cleanses itself as just completely pure see-through water, as if like put through like a water filter like 100 times, and it envelops all of you in this orb of water.
Oh, not the shit water.
Wait, Charlie, what happened to that girl that you were carrying at the wedding?
I don't know. I thought she would have been down here. I mean, the gator pulled her in, and then we followed right after, but she's not.
Can I like look around for her real quick?
Sure.
You need a roll. What roll do you?
Yeah, give me some perception checks.
Can I roll an int to see if I remember seeing her body underneath the water?
Tony, use your telescope.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a. I'll say give me a.
16 on perception.
Yeah, just give me. I'll say give me a like a raw wisdom or intelligence.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
17.
Oh.
Okay, so let me start at the top. Who rolled what? Because there's a whole bunch of perception
Anthony
checks.
rolled a nat 20. Just start there.
Okay. You're looking for the girl?
Yeah, with my telescope.
You're looking for the girl with your telescope, or you're just looking through your telescope?
For the girl, because that's what everybody wants right now.
From where you're at, you don't seem to see her,
Or any track of her.
at least not where you're at. You're in like kind of like a back little cubby, like little outcropping. She doesn't seem to be there, right? I will tell you this: with a natural 20, you see again it's like looking at a scent. It's like she's got this scent on her. You see dissipating from her when you look through your telescope, dark evil umbra, like that is actively dissipating now that the statue is awake. It no longer holds and binds her. It is dissipating and disappearing into the world, not necessarily in lethal doses, just kind of like scattering and becoming less and less. Dark evil umbra, and because you're not super familiar with magic yet, you are unable to determine like necessarily what like type of umbra that is.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna point at it and go, and nobody else can see it because I'm pretty sure my telescope's the only reason I can see it. And I just go, that looks like some real bad juju.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
What's the matter? I got something on my
Bad juju.
face? Like,
It's just bad juju. Like that's the only words I got for it. It is the embodiment of bad juju.
Describe the bad juju.
Evil.
Can you describe it like visually? What does it look like?
Pictionary.
God, what does it look like? You just described it as evil
dark.
and dark.
It's like black smoke, but it's laced with like almost like red specks, kind of like as somebody like sprinkled like cinnamon onto something.
Like in Harry Potter. Looks like the fucking.
Imagine you burned a cinnamon stick and there was smoke in the air. It looks like that.
Okay,
Diego,
start
give me
rolling
a
Arcana
Arcana check, Diego.
24.
24. Smoke, give me a Arcana check with advantage, please.
Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. Is it what I think it is, God?
I don't know. Roll the check and find out.
I don't know.
16.
So with a 24 in base knowledge and a 16 having to like recollect if you've ever seen it before, Diego, you and Smoke come to the realization at the same time. Smoke, you've seen this kind of magic before, and Diego, you've studied this kind of magic before. This is infernal umbra. So this is this is magic that has been tailored into infernal.
Tony, can I borrow your telescope for a second?
No.
I'll take
shuts
care
down?
of it.
This was a gift from a friend. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Can you just hold it up in front of me for a second? Point it to where you see the umbra, where you see the
I take both hands and I hold it like 6 inches from my face, and I angle it towards.
I'm gonna just look to the telescope without touching it.
It just looks like you're looking through a regular telescope. To you, like nothing is different.
That's weird. Hey, let me try something. I'm gonna. Do you know exactly what this telescope is, Tony?
It was a gift from a dear friend.
What I'm saying is, I can give you more details on what the telescope is and does, if you want me to.
You know, I'm always down for details. Like, go, but like no touch.
No, okay, no touch. Can I cast identify on the telescope?
Abso-fucking-lutely. The minute you touch it, like the minute you're just like, yeah, like I've
I'm
cast
not touching it. I'm like 2 inches away from it all the time, not getting close to it.
You, as your hand gets closer, you're like you feel yourself put your hand in a area that like an aura around the item that noticeably changes like the temp, like it's like putting your hand into something significantly like warm water. The minute you cross that barrier, you instantly feel it's warmer around inside. And where you would expect to like when you cast identify, it's like an accompaniment of like memories and details surrounding the item when it was forged, stuff like that. You are pulled into a memory not of your own, but of somebody. Like you're pulled in and you see that there's like you're in this like weird Dutch automat full of pies, and in front of you is this truly massive dragon, long beard and almost like whiskers, giant head that's like the size of like an Escalade, that is like sitting on a giant stack of like subway tokens, and a conversation that is ensuing, like almost like it's like they're both talking backwards. It's very difficult, hard to understand, but it's the moment where the dragon touches an ordinary telescope and it changes into this void telescope full of stars and constellations. You get a word that comes back. One that you're like, it's not a shocking word, but you are like Diego, you are filled with the responsibility of the Vox Populi. You see like almost as if you are the city of New York. You feel it breathe and move and ebb and flow, as if like being a part of this of the city. This
As
is
Diego is seeing all of this, his eyes are going like fucking just wide, like it's big.
This ordinary telescope was transformed into the marquee of the Vox Populi. So essentially, it was nothing until it was something. Given
The marquee. What do you mean?
So
Sorry, I don't know
basically,
what that means.
it is the item that shows, like it shows that the owner of this item is marked as the Vox Populi. The owner of this item is the Vox Populi. This telescope is known as the Stellar Telescope, or the telescope of the Vox Populi.
Stellar scope.
The Stellar Scope. It like again, it demarks a person's station as a representative of New York City and gives them connection, like a very specific connection to the to the Unsleeping City. They gain a series of features when using it. So, for example, it's considered you can use it as a +1 club with the finesse feature. It can be used as an arcane focus. The weapon has a permanent shillelagh spell cast on it. And the weapon can see invisible creatures and grants the Vox Populi access to all of New York's secret special places.
Holy shit. Tony.
It doesn't say it on the item, but in addition, he is able to see essentially what resides in New York, whether that be in the Unsleeping City or the waking world. So it's the reason that he can quite literally see the raw umbra that is just littering like a pollution amongst the city streets.
Holy shit, Tony! You met the dragon of. You met the fucking dragon.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Stop lying! I saw everything. Do you know what you are? Do you know what this is?
It was a gift from the dragon of Bleak Street. We had a very brief conversation. He basically said he chose me as the Vox Populi, and
Charlie's like,
Do you know what
I
that
still
means?
have no idea what the fuck's going on. I know what that means because, like, we talked about it over at the library, but
Charlie's like,
I don't know the specifics yet. I was gonna do some snooping around when we got back to the library.
All right, we'll talk later. I can debrief you on all that this telescope is and what it is to be the Vox Populi. I'm sure Alejandro can help you out too.
It's a very cool telescope. I know that much.
It's really cool. Trust me, it's really cool. It's a good telescope. Do not lose it.
It was a gift from a friend. I'd never lose it.
I respect that.
You see that M looks at you and goes, right, so you're all caught up now, sweetie. You got a very important responsibility. You and I are supposed to work together. But I can't have you walking around like a lost puppy.
Okay, wait. You and I are supposed to work together?
Sweetie, you're the Vox Populi. All of the magical creatures that are guardians of whatever in New York were all allies for the most part. Like, you guys said you met Santa Claus. He works we work with him. I work with you. I guard the fountain. There are, even the dragon, he was the guardian of, like, he's the designator of the Vox Populi. Like, had you have known the Vox Populi before you, oh man, how long has it been? You would have known that he and the dragon, myself, and the Vox Populi all work together. It's our job to protect New York City, but you can call on New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, New York's gonna grant you abilities you've never had before, whether that's magic, like very powerful magic, or some kind of premonitions. I don't know. I'm not the Vox Populi. It all comes in different ways, different forms, I guess.
So you're telling me I'm gonna get even more magic than I'm just getting now?
I don't know. I honestly I don't know. I know that the Vox Populi speaks for New York City, and she and as in return, in exchange, she will accommodate you in any way that she can. Have you noticed any kind of coincidences as of late? Kind of like, I don't know, you're in a long line that as soon as you step into it suddenly becomes no line, or that traffic automatically clears out of the way for you, or that
There was that weird bus ride the other day.
Was it a convenient bus ride?
The whole route changed because we were trying to get to, like, where were we going? We were going to Times Square, weren't we?
Yeah. So I assume that there was traffic and then there wasn't traffic.
Yeah.
That's New York. She like I said, she's going to accommodate you the very best that she can, so that you can to the best of your ability protect her in any way that you need. But as I said before, we can't have you walking around like a lost puppy, because you're walking around like a nuclear bomb with a detonator that you're going to push willy-nilly. So we're going to need you to read up.
I'll read up.
Awesome. Now, I'd love to stay in chat, but we got to get you guys to the surface. And you see that again, she swirls you into that water bubble, and it almost swallows you. And you guys, like, as if you were in a bubble, like a regular bubble, somebody like popped it, drop in the upper streets, like at the top, and like you guys are like
Fourth and Main.
you guys are like wet. By the way, it's December. It's like December in New York.
December 19th.
And so like the wind is like cold as shit. As soon as that bubble pops, you're like hit with a breeze that's just genuinely super super cold. And you arrive at like you drop at this manhole cover near the ramble. You see that as soon as she pops out, as you kind of take around that you've been like warped out, there on her knees, you see M is looking at the fountain with tears running down her face. And you see that the Bethesda fountain is cracked in half. There is a blasted streak of soot and ash that's like across it, but the fountain is fully destroyed and broken in half. You see that she. I don't understand.
Make a fair check.
Sure. You see that she goes. I don't understand. I've guarded this fountain since it was put here. The beginning of the park. I was the guardian of the waters. I was with the Goblin King the whole time. It couldn't have been him. Who would want to destroy my fountain?
Could I know how to repair the fountain on a 14 Arcana?
Like, you quickly searching through your mind, you've got no idea. This was built like 100, 200 years ago. You know what I mean? And even like with the conversation with Santa, you know, like the first Santa operated differently than Santa's now. Just because back then magic was very different and how they operated was very different. Like the rules of engagement have changed very much so. So the magic that has been used, the magic and the magical architecture used to make the fountain are very unique, very exotic. You would need to it can be repaired, but it's going to take a lot of steps and a lot of a lot of knowledge from tomes you don't currently have.
Sully?
Yeah, what's up?
Smoke is gonna leave. He's not gonna say a word. He's just gonna turn around, look at the fountain, kind of roll in the corner check to see if this is like the familiar, like it matches his smoke.
Yes, you may.
17.
Smoke, you walk away in silence, and there is a moment where it weighs heavily on you, kind of like you feel a weight on your chest. Kind of like it is a mixture of suspicion and anticipation and instinct in intuition. You take a deep breath to clear your mind, and on your exhale, your dragon-like, your arcane power from inside that gives you your draconic breath weapon kind of comes out into a puff of smoke. They are the same color.
No words. Gone.
Could I roll a perception to see if Diego notices that?
Sure.
Do I notice with the 14?
Smoked, are you trying to hide it? Like, are you actively trying to hide it, or are you just trying to like walk away on your own?
He doesn't care who's seeing him. He's just walking away.
You definitely see something has definitely disturbed Smoke in some sort of way. Like seeing this has like I said, has disturbed him, has touched him in some way, and has made him feel something, whatever that is.
Smoke, where are you going? Are you good?
No words.
Yo, you gotta talk to us, buddy. We're working together on this thing. Come on, you can't keep secrets from us. What's going on?
Keep walking.
Diego keeps walking after him.
Diego, I suggest you and your friends get the fuck out of New York for a couple of days.
I cannot do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Then Diego, I will knock you the fuck out and take you out of New York.
You're not gonna do that. You gonna tell me what the fuck is going on? Because you look like your face looks like shit right now. Like you look like you see the ghost.
Can we all hear this?
Oh yeah, they're arguing very loud. Like it started kind of quiet, like a side conversation. The two of them are not actively like yelling at each other. It's not like yelling, but they're talking extremely loudly. You can see that they're having an argument.
Diego, you're a good
I'm
kid.
not leaving. Come on, man. We just fought together, like side to side. We gotta trust each other, Smoke.
All I'm gonna say, that points over to the fountain. It's way out of your pay grade.
You see that
It's-
M
who's-
turns to you, like flaps her wings, lands next to you, and she goes, Do you know who did this?
Smoke.
Yeah,
He's
Smoke.
going to look at M, and he's gonna say something in Draconic, hoping that she picks up on it. And he's going to say, I'm putting it in chat.
Yes.
Features. Technology.
Features, baby.
Yes.
You see that her eyes go wide, and she goes, Are we under attack?
Gee, if only somebody didn't speak Draconic.
You see that she goes, All right, Vox Populi, listen up. I don't know if this answers any questions, but the waters that were put here were meant to be a source of divine magic in the city. And any time you have a city like New York that's very cosmopolitan, it tends to tap into a divinity that is neutral for anybody. And there are ways to abuse that if you're not careful. These waters are not only about healing, but they're also about purification. People can come here and anoint themselves, start a new life. I can't tell you how many times someone's walked through this park and come to the fountain and decided to turn around for the better. But in a concentrated dose, it could have been used to purify or even cleanse. I don't know, anything.
So why is it gone now?
I'm worried that it's not gone, more that it was taken.
And why would it have been taken? Tony's like scribbling notes in a notepad right now, like just whipping out his education.
And
I only know the purpose of the waters. I'm not sure. I know again. This is divine magic we're talking about. This is almost godlike. This is almost like godlike energy imbued in the waters.
Well, who would fuck up something that is like the starter of dreams? Like,
She goes, do you? Look, you guys have been around. You guys have been. I can tell you guys have been on this this case for longer than I have. Do you know of anything or anyone that would need to be purified or cleansed, or something that would need to be purified or cleansed? Has something come up?
hey, somebody just told Santa's like good and naughty list. That was a pretty big deal.
You see, wow, okay. You see that she goes, holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we might be jumping the gun here, so let's stay calm for as long as we need to. But yeah, if you got the waters, you could essentially cleanse your name from the naughty list. And not just the naughty list, but like, how much do you know of Smoke? You say that, and she goes, I don't know about open it, but If somebody was already inside, you could get them out.
Smoke walks away, takes out a phone call, and starts making calls.
This
So,
fucking
wait.
guy.
What is this is just about getting presents for Christmas. That's all Santa
No,
Claus is about. Why-
no. Listen. Santa Claus isn't a person. It's a title. You know, it's a set of responsibilities given to a person, passed down from a previous Santa Claus. So Santa's job every cycle, every single time that there's a new Santa, is to make a list, right? That they use in conjunction with the judgment of Archangel Michael and Big Red. They all can collaborate on the list.
So you're telling me this list tells us who's going to heaven and who's going to fucking hell?
Yeah. It's more used as a reference, you know. Granted, not everybody on the list stays. Not everybody on the list on the nice list stays nice. Sometimes they could slip up and end up on the naughty list, but they might not die, and so they have time to turn it around and get back on the nice list, before the time is up. You've got years to do it, and vice versa.
So who's trying to break into heaven?
I think the better question is who's trying to break in to hell.
Why would you want to go there?
Who? And I'm gonna. Okay. We're gonna start asking some heavy hitting questions here. Can anybody think of somebody who's either died, right, and is already in hell, that is trying to get broken out of,
Hitler.
right? Maybe. As much as I believe you, I feel like in today's age, he might not do so hot. There was a time and a place, that again, magic was a little bit more thinner. Like rules were not fully fleshed out. He might get a little overwhelmed now, but focus. Do we know of anybody who's died and needs to be brought back, or somebody that's that is alive and is trying to break in?
I can't think of anybody.
It would need to be somebody. It would need to be somebody who has a kind of like hand in the grave already, because either they're dead, right, and as such that they're dead, their soul and stuff would be in hell, or they're very very tightly bound to somebody who is fully dead and in hell, right? I don't know, but look,
Lazarus.
No, you see,
Is
I've
that-
been thinking up on that.
Was that sound familiar to you, Lazarus?
Yeah, I've been thinking up on that, and I was reading books yesterday when I was home with Trav, and are they talking about the fucking Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty over there?
What do you mean?
She goes,
There's no.
I mean, in Travis's history books for school, which, he doesn't attend anymore because he has cancer. But...
Oh, what? Wait, we didn't know
you see
this
that she goes.
before.
You see that she turns, and you guys can see that, like, again, because you have the Vox Populi with you, there's like a weird sight line that outstretches over Ellis Island, over the water, over the harbor. Standing there, you see that the Statue of Liberty almost like solo by itself. She goes,
Yeah, in the books...
you see that she goes, Emma Lazarus.
M?
Are you?
You mean me?
Are you Lazarus?
No, I'm not Emma Lazarus. She goes, but maybe I was named after Emma Lazarus, or some kind of
Did she
premonition
make you?
before she came.
Emma-
What? She goes, what? I guess the importance would be like, what is what is Emma Lazarus's importance? You know.
I mean, in the history books, they say she was basically one of the not founders per se, but she was married to one of the founders of the Lady Liberty. She was, in France and helped them build and more or less, imbued her words of wisdom to the rest of the nation. I mean, her fucking poem's on the damn Lady Liberty herself. It's on, like, the weird paper thing she holds every day.
Sully, what do I know with 16 history, specifically, like, trying to tie this into magic?
I'm sorry, you're trying to tie this into magic?
Into, like, the Unsleeping City.
So, with a history check, for starters, you know of Emma Lazarus because you have a different perspective. Emma Lazarus was at one point the Vox Populi.
The Vox Populi?
She was the Vox Pop. She was originally one of the Vox Populi. I'm sorry, one of the Vox Phantasmas.
Okay.
She was like an old Vox Phantasma. And with a 16, you don't know a whole lot. So again, 16 isn't quite enough for you to get a whole lot of. You would need either somebody who knows better, like more than you, or you would need to read about it, like for more information. But knowing that Emma Lazarus was the Vox Phantasma, her words may have not just been a poem on the Statue of Liberty. Perhaps they are something else. And you see that she goes, okay, well, I don't know if it matters, but, like, be careful whatever you do, because the Statue of Liberty, she goes, you see that? And she, like, points. You see her finger, like, kind of points and almost highlights the torch in the Statue of Liberty's hands. She goes, that's the gate.
The gate to where?
Gate to where?
She goes,
is that Heaven's Gate?
You see that she nods.
To heaven? That you go to heaven to the
Where
Statue
do
of
we find
Liberty.
Hell's Gate?
She goes, well, not to be funny or anything, but it's in the name. Hell's Kitchen, sweetheart.
We have to go.
Ah,
Isn't that a TV show?
that makes sense.
No. I mean, I'm behind the times. She goes, look, sweetie, I've been around since, like, 1860s. So, like, maybe. She goes, look, thank you for everything you've done. Something's going on, and we need to figure out what the hell it is. You see that she takes a really big, deep exhale and just fully takes off into the sky. You hear, like, this faint sort of twinkle, like, music coming back from the ramble, like, from the party you got, like, the wedding you guys fully ditched. And you guys are left at the broken statue.
All right, that sounds like a good time for me to go pass out because my eyes are on fire and I cannot keep them open anymore.
If you want to go ahead and end here, it's good.
I have one last thing I want to get through real quick, but we can end on. But if Joe needs to bounce,
Can you last
I
a little
really
bit?
need to sleep.
Even a little bit longer?
I can go a little bit longer. Night,
I
Joe.
can give you like
So-
5-10 more minutes.
you guys.
10 minutes.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Hurry up.
Let me ask you this: do you guys return to the wedding?
I was trying that we
Smoke
should
was
go straight back to the Gramercy and like checking all of this new information. But Smoke needs to finish his shift.
I have homework.
Smoke doesn't go back.
I
Okay.
have
Smoke's not
homework.
going back?
I gotta read books.
Yeah, Smoke basically disappears. If you
Wow.
don't keep an eye on him, he disappears.
I'm gonna text Smoke like we'll talk later.
All right. Who's heading to the Gramercy?
Tony, you should come with us. Like I'm pretty sure like we have whatever books you need at the Gramercy.
Yeah, I'm going to the Gramercy. That's the library, baby.
Okay. So let's go and do that. You guys head out. You arrive back at the apartment. You see, you go, like, you have to, like, walk up. It's like an old New York style, like, so it's very vertical and kind of like real, it's small, but it's super, like, tall. So you're walking up, like, a spiral, like, not a spiral in the, like, the literal sense, but you have to, like, walk up a staircase, turn around, walk through, like, down a hallway, turn around, walk up a staircase, and you get all the way up to the top floor. You get to your apartment door, and the door is open.
Oh, fuck. I run in immediately looking for Charlie.
You kick the door open. You see that he is sitting on the couch.
Looking for Travis.
You see that you kick the door open. He's sitting on the couch, and you see sitting in the kitchen next to him is Esther and your Uncle Aaron, who goes, he goes, is she a friend of yours? And he goes, yeah, Charlie, this is Esther. Esther, this is Charlie. She goes, charmed.
Charlie immediately sprints to Travis, grabs his face. She's like, are you okay? Let me see.
He goes,
open,
yeah,
breathe.
ah.
Can you count my fingers?
Fucking
Stupid, come on.
ow. 3?
God. Why would you let strangers in the house? Who is this lady?
He goes, I didn't. You see that Aaron goes, okay, I see that tensions are high. Relax. This is Miss Sinclair has just moved in across the hallway. We invited her over for some lunch.
Aaron, you don't even live here. Why is there a we inviting anyone over?
He goes, listen, I'm the landlord. I have every right to know who lives and who doesn't live here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't just walk in here.
You see that he fully pulls off of his belt, like attached to a wire, a ring of keys, and he just like ching 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 dangles them in front of you. He goes, I think I do.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He goes, and if I recall, you might not have the right to be here. So why don't we calm down for a second? And he goes, why don't you accept some of the gratitude I'm giving you? Anyway, you've been gone with your whole pizza delivery nonsense. Travis is always here by himself. So, she came to me kind of like, out of the blue. She was a nanny looking for a job. I figured, why the hell not? Don't worry, it's not going to come out of your pocket. Not that there's anything in it there anyway. So that she's going to watch over him while you're out all the time. And you see that Esther goes, this is awkward. Look, Charlie, I'm sure you're a swell gal. I don't mean any harm. I'm just, like I said, I'm just here to keep an eye on him, during the day. You see, she gives you like a wink, like a side-eyed, like a wink. She goes, so I'm just right across the hall if he ever needs help. She goes, that being said, is everything okay here? We good? And you see that Aaron goes, yeah, I think I should head off. I got some other tenants I gotta tend to. You see that he walks past you, hard shoulders you, walks past you. You watch him descend down the stairs, and you see that she goes, "Holy shit! That is some uncle you have."
She just kind of like, if he leaves out the door as he's leaving, she's like, and just punches the fucking wall. She's like, don't even fucking call him that.
You see that you put a giant hole in the wall, and she goes, he's gonna be pissed if he sees that.
Yeah, well, he can. Shut up.
She goes, relax. I don't have to use any spells to realize what's going on here. She waves her hand over it, casts a mending spell, fixes the hole in the wall. And she goes, look, I got things here. Okay? You gotta do stuff. I get it. Box Phantasma. Crazy. You hear you're not getting away from me this time. You're not getting away from me this time, Dirty Dan. And he goes, you think you can catch me? Haha, I'm the quickest. He goes, I'm the quickest and I'm the fastest that there is. And he goes, get him, Dirty Dan, get him. Just like watching this terrible like buddy cop movie. And she goes, I don't think he's listening to us. She goes, look, you're needed at the Gramercy. Alejandro says, you guys got a checkup or something that you got to do still?
Yeah, I'm coming.
She goes, I got him. All right. She goes, I'm like, I'm kind of a wizard and shit. And you hear Travis goes, you're a wizard? And she goes, yeah. You want to see a magic trick? And he goes, no, magic tricks are kind of lame anyway. Goes back to watching his move. She goes, he's a handful.
Yeah. I fucking know. Just, fucking keep an eye on him. If I come back and he's injured, I swear to God, I'll hurt you, and yeah.
Put a pin in that. She goes, get going.
I go and I grab the kid by his head, give him a ruffle and a kiss, and I go.
You see that he goes, yeah, I love you too. Kind of like confused that you're like just suddenly a ton of like affection out of nowhere. Not like that you don't do it, just like it wasn't prompted, it just happened. As you head out the door, you hear him go like, what was that all about? And she goes, she just loves you, kid. You head off. Diego, you and Tony get to the Gramercy Occult Society pretty well ahead of Charlie. Charlie, you arrive there a little bit later. And sure enough, you guys get there and you see that you guys are like I said, you're familiar with the space. You walk up, you see Orlando and Rovius near the front of the door. You see that like they look up and it goes, heroes! Back from a night of mischief, sabotage! How exciting! And you see that one goes, yes, very exciting indeed. There's this like awkward pause for a moment, and you hear,
Are you guys gonna do the?
one of us tells only lies, the other one tells only truth.
Oh my god! Fuck you guys! I'm just gonna walk past them.
Tony just goes, the answer's Polaris, and keeps walking.
You all deny these guardian lions, the riddle, their riddle fun yet again. As you head into the library, you pass the massive magic door. There's a smaller room off to the side where you see that Esther is like on a project, like a hologram talking to Alejandro. You guys walk in. You see that this glass plane where like the questing blade is being held, which is like an antique. It's like an antique artifact that they keep in the Gramercy. In the center, there's like these lamps setting golden light all over the table. You clearly see that Alejandro, and Esther, but like specifically like Alejandro, they did not sleep for the last like couple of days. They've been here, like books all over the table everywhere, coffee cups everywhere. You see Alejandro's flat cap is off. He's got his shirt sleeves rolled up. Esther's the same way. Like you just left her, but you see that like now she doesn't have like a facade up anymore. She's clearly haggled. And you see that they both look up, and she goes, "Oh, great, she made it. Awesome, great. Alejandro goes, you look as if you've had fun. Yes?
It was crazy. It was a lot. They were giant crocodiles.
He goes, crocodiles. Okay. Well, while you were out, we tried to do some digging on any information we could find while you were out. Esther goes, yeah, we, by the way, have been combing for this Lazarus person. The Grey Orphan is never referred to as Lazarus. Anytime we've been able to find any writings about anything happening, anybody know who this Lazarus person is yet?
She's a woman who, back in God knows when, helped create the Statue of Liberty and then bestowed her wealth of what I just figured out is the Vox Phantasma's knowledge.
You see that he goes, Lazarus. Emma Lazarus. Oh my god, I am so fucking stupid. Okay. Oh, that gives us such a good lead. Okay. Charlie, Mija, would you be amenable to perhaps going to sleep on the table here and allowing myself to keep a watch on you with the third eye?
Do you know?
So while you venture into the
if
dreaming.
Someone said that to me while I was in a bar, if you just came up and you're like, can you just sleep on this table so I can stare at you with 3 eyes? I'd fucking punch you right in the face.
Well, I'd only be looking at you with one eye. The third eye, the other two will be closed. This one can peer into the different veils in the realms.
Doesn't make anything sound better. But, if it'll help us figure this shit out, I guess.
He goes, I believe that might be for the best. Something very strange is
She
afoot.
looks over at Ed's character. What the fuck is his name?
Diego.
Diego. She looks over at Diego and she's like, "Don't you let him fucking touch me."
Dude, that's my grandpa. He's cool. He's not gonna do anything to you. He's a nice old guy.
Yes, I'm not this kind of this weird kind of old Latino man. It is about a finesse,
Oh god.
He's a different Latino man. He's a feminist Latino man.
Yes, I support women. He goes, I support all of the women rights. I want you to succeed in the
You
world.
should just stop talking, and I'll go to sleep. Shut up.
Okay. You see that he hands you this deep purple like drink in this little teacup. It says like world's best grandfather on it. But the grandfather part has been scratched out, and it says like handwritten says arch wizard. And he goes, "Now be lulled into a slumber." And he like lays you down and it's like a therapist's chair.
Yeah, I can do it. Thank you. Like she leans back on her own.
Okay.
Do I have to drink this?
He goes, "It will help you put you to sleep. You could just try to naturally go to sleep, I guess, but
I hate every minute of this. I hope you know.
it's just."
Is it happening?
He goes, "It is just nighttime tea. It is nothing."
I
Like you
got
drink it, and it's. Have you ever had nighttime tea? It doesn't taste super good. Like
Great.
it's it's good, but like you've got to kind of like that's got to be your thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like people drink this like for fun. Like what the hell? You drink it, clear your throat as it goes down. There is this super awkward because it doesn't put you to sleep immediately, but you do feel incredibly relaxed. And there's just like a pause of you guys waiting. You see Alejandro goes. He goes, "Diego, we haven't had a lesson in quite some time. Please choose a book.
Okay.
He goes, please choose a book for tonight's lesson. In fact, any of you choose a book. This could prove to be muy emocionante.
Emocionante.
Emocionante. Thank you.
She looks
I
at
mean,
me, she's
does it matter the book we choose?
Mm-mm.
Do you want me to grab two?
He goes, "No, you do not move."
Okay.
I read your message, by the way, Diego. Or Smoke. I read it. You want to grab a book?
You just said no.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
I'll go grab a book. I mean, what's our choice? What's our option? Like,
It is an endless library. He wants you to just grab a book at random for today's lesson.
okay.
Tony's gonna look for a book on the Vox Populi and
Find a
their
new
powers, responsibilities, etc.
I'm gonna look for one on like heavy combat magic.
Just because he said not to pick a book doesn't mean that you can't. Remember that.
Oh.
He just said like, "No, you stay there." But you can like
As soon as he was like, "No, you stay there," and he looks back at them, I sneak off the other side of the bed. I crawl over and I grab just one of the random books off the bottom shelf. Come back over, lay down. Just open it and just
you see that. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d6. You are 1 and 4. Okay. Diego, you are 2 and 5. Tony, you are 3 and 6.
2 and 5.
That's a 1.
Yay.
You see, first off, the book you grabbed, just this huge, massive tome, like huge book. And you open it to some random page in the middle. Can you give me an Arcana check?
Yikes. My Arcana's dookie.
Yeah, the book is written in the language you do not read, you do not speak. You have no fucking idea what this book is. Like, the text is literally moving and reforming and changing on the page, and you're just like, "Oh, I might be able to figure out what it." Never mind.
She's like,
like,
"What the fuck did you put in this tea?"
You see that Alejandro looks at you reading the book. What does your face say? What are you trying to do?
Well, you ever see a mom trying to read a meme? She's like,
you see Alejandro takes the book.
"Is she saying? What is she?"
He takes the book, flips it upside
Oh
down,
my god.
and it goes, "Would you like me to walk you through what it is you are trying to read?"
You drugged me.
No, I did not. I just gave you some nighttime sleepy tea.
Yeah, read it.
You see that it you see that he goes, okay, so this is a book on axioms. He goes, do you know what an axiom is?
Yeah.
Make a deception check with disadvantage. Wow, that's still pretty good.
Come on.
He goes, okay, so there's different references to it. It means a different thing in philosophy, for example, than it means in, say, Arcana. In Arcana, an axiom refers to basically a law of magic. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was in what? Arcana is what you said?
Yeah, so in Arcana speak, the term axiom means law. Right?
Okay, go on.
Okay. He goes, you've actually opened it up to a page that is actually very pertinent for casting magic in New York City.
On purpose.
He goes, good, an eye on you. It refers to the imperial axiom. He goes, imperial, and like,
Axiom?
yes, imperial meaning, kind of like trying to lead you on.
Royal.
He goes,
Like top dog. Like really cool.
yes,
I'm like tipping it.
really
I know
cool.
It's there.
He goes, yeah. So the imperial axiom basically states because of the extremely difficult or creating a permanent magical effect within the tumultuous arcana landscape of New York, an object or enchantment which is abjured or escorled from being crafted, conjured, or created in a given location can be crafted, conjured, or created in its abjured locally before it is crafted.
What the fuck? Can you like one more time but in English?
He goes, yes. He goes, okay. So, give me 1 second. He goes, casting magic in New York City, especially now, is very difficult as a result of the many laws and things that we have in place to limit and subjugate. You know, things are getting too wild. Understand? He goes, so, an object, an enchantment, yes, that is abjured or created, yes, can be made within New York. Normally it cannot, but it can be made within New York if first it is crafted or conjured or created within one of the 5 boroughs first.
And what does that have to do with Imperial Axiom?
It's like a loophole. Because normally you cannot just create any kind of grand spell or effect or object within New York City limits. Because of the laws we have in place. But if you do it with outside of the limits first, and then you come with inside, so say you made this spell in Sealy or in the waking world first, it would be able to exist in the Unsleeping City. Because it was not first created here, initially. You are following, yes?
Not at all, but that's fine.
Okay. He goes, it is a loophole, but I mean, there's a whole library full of loopholes. You're looking at this giant map of the 5 boroughs in New York City, except that the highways on the map are sort of like pulsing red. He goes, now, who wants to tell me what they think this is? Anybody who would like to attempt, make an Arcana check, please.
Traffic.
Yes, sir.
He goes, no. It is not. He goes, kind of. It is in a way.
Can I please have advantage on the Arcana check? Pretty please.
I'll tell you what. You can have advantage on the Arcana check.
Much better. 23.
You know this as what is known as the highway hex. So basically, unlike subways and bus routes that basically run along the grain of the ley lines of New York, a lot of highways seem to run against it. Does that make sense? So the bus routes and subways run alongside or perpendicular to the ley lines, the literal magical pathways of New York. But the highways run against it. He goes. You see that he goes. But that's what the highway hex is.
Okay. What exactly does it do? Like, does it prevent something?
He goes. Sort of. He goes. A lot of these highways end up creating pathways of energies that dilute the ley lines, which makes teleporting into and out of New York very difficult. It basically makes us a little bit more isolated.
Gotcha. Okay.
He goes. It actually creates the tumultuous arcane effect that we were talking about when we were talking about the Imperial Axiom.
Okay. Cool.
Nope. Lost.
So basically, so you know that do you understand what the Imperial Axiom is?
Nope.
Okay.
Lost.
It is also known as AKA Sinatra's law. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Make what?
An object or enchantment. That is the it. If you can make it an object or enchantment here, right? Here being not in New York, like New York being the Unsleeping City or the Waking World. Remember, they're not the same thing, right? They're almost like different versions of themselves. If you can make it here, so if you can make an object or enchantment outside of New York, outside of the Waking World, it can exist somewhere else so long as it wasn't initially made within the Unsleeping City. Let me try this again.
I get it.
Okay. So in the Unsleeping City, you can't just have magic that goes wherever it wants. That's the Umbral Arcana, right? You know how they may use the Umbral Arcana to hide magic from spilling out into the waking world, right? That is because of the Umbral Arcana, the Umbral Engine. Sinatra's law means that if they create whatever the spell or object or magical effect somewhere else first, say the waking world, say fairy, say heaven, say hell, first, it can exist in the Unsleeping City, being able to ignore the rules of creating magical effects.
Got it. So if you create something in the waking world, you can bring it into the Unsleeping City.
Correct. Something that wouldn't normally be able to be made within the Unsleeping City.
Can you give me an example?
So for example, let's say you wanted to make a spell that killed all elves, right? The Umbral Arcana would not allow you to do that in the Unsleeping City, right? Because there were rules against certain magical effects. One of them being like genocide. You can't make that there. However, in a place where those rules don't exist, say like the Waking World or Sealy, which it does, but I'm saying for example, like say Sealy, Heaven, or Hell, where those rules don't exist, if you created that spell there first, you could bring it into the Unsleeping City as as a byproduct, because it wasn't made there. That's Sinatra's law. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
So think of it like you make a bomb that's illegal. Like making that bomb is illegal there, but you can bring that bomb if you made it somewhere else and then blow it up in that different place.
I mean, I get it in theory. I just
Okay.
don't really know what the purpose is. Why do we need to know this? What does it have to do with anything we're talking about?
That's just the book you cracked open. So he explains that, and it's funny that the way you're responding now happens, because you see that as he's explaining, your eyes just start to grow heavier and heavier. Each time your eyes close, it becomes harder and harder to keep them open. And you, as you fall, you are back in the library, but there's nobody there.
But a weird man with burns all over his face. He keeps yelling at me.
You're in my world now. You are in this weird mirror version of the library. You have entered the dreaming realm. In a very snap of your eyes closing, you've awokened into the dreaming realm. You see that you are on this kind of like therapist's bed chair thing, but you are utterly alone.
Perception check.
Okay. 13. You see that, again, there's nobody there. The door that's normally closed, that giant arcane door, is fully open, revealing this giant open pathway just into New York City. You see that there's like these islands off into the utter blackness that are kind of like off isolated by themselves. You actually like end up traveling through the dreaming, and you see that there's it's like later in the night at this point. You see that Travis is on one of those islands. You see that he's like riding a train as two like cowboys are shooting at each other. But he's like riding side by side that train on a horse, like shooting at the two of them on the top of this train. Just having a good old time.
I walk closer to the door and I look over the cityscape. What all do I see? Do I see the dreams of everyone?
I would say, given that was your question, it's pretty easy for you to like put one and one together, that in the dreaming realm, you are watching the dreams of everyone, whether that be them sleeping and they are dreaming, or dreams in terms of dreams and aspirations, right? You see like people like in fancy suits, quite literally like at the top of
Can I look for one specifically or try to use some kind of sense, because I probably have a bond to this realm. Sorry, I'm choking on my drink.
That's okay. What do you want to look for?
I specifically want to see if I can see the dreams or aspirations of someone who wants to break into hell.
Give me an insight check.
I have advantage?
I would not
Insight's trash.
not quite. You don't necessarily, because it's hard for you to know what you're looking for, right? You don't see like
Do I see
nobody
who wants to be like king of the underworld? Or
nobody is dreaming necessarily of break. Like you see a couple of people who are like narcissists who are like.
I know, but you said I could also see their dreams and aspirations. Can I see any
It doesn't
aspiration wanting to be in hell or like?
I'll tell you what you do see. You see an older guy, gray suit, surrounded by a bunch of other guys, who are surrounded by he's surrounded by a bunch of dudes. They're overlooking a table, and something is on. Like they're all looking at the same thing.
I'm gonna go look at what's on the table.
It is a very long, rolled up piece of parchment. Like a piece of it is hanging out. They seem to be reading a very long, thin parchment.
Do I recognize these people?
In a weird way, they're not.
Are they?
They're not carbon
the
copies.
Former presidents of the United States signing
Really?
the Bill of Rights?
No.
Oh.
Well,
that's where I went with it.
They're like these shadowy creatures that are like dark and twisted, because not all dreams are good dreams.
Right.
These are like dark, almost terrifying kinds of creatures. And you see that you head over to look at who they are.
Oh, is it Santa's Naughty and Nice List?
It is Santa's Naughty and
I'm
Nice
over here
List.
like, the Constitution.
But the names aren't super crisp. It's like you're looking at like very hazy, almost looking like heat waves. Mm-hmm. Things are distorted. And you enter that dream, a door slams behind you.
Shit. Perception check.
Perception check. They just quickly snap to you, looking at you, and just like these shadowy monsters. Get out! Out! They turn, these like weird, creepy shadow monsters in suits, like walking towards you, their heads like swaying back and forth.
And they're truly looking at me.
Looking at you. Like now that at this point, walking towards you.
I'm going to... want to just look at them. Sheesh. How many are there?
There's about 12 of them.
12?
There's a ton. There's a literal ton of them. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm going to look them dead in the faces or whatever they have there. I'm going to kind of, in the back of my head, think like, fuck, if I have any kind of magical shit, now would be the time.
You start to take a step back, like you start to like kind of step back, and you hit the door.
And I'm gonna wake up.
You see that the whole room spins, like the door completely has spun and is on the other side of the room, slams open, and they fully stop in their tracks and turn to face the door. You see that like there's this like white light that is starting to slowly start to envelop this dark, like this room is starting to get blacker and blacker, like before like it's completely pitch black. You see light is starting to fill the room this time. They turn to face to you.
If I look through, can I see who's dreaming?
You cannot, unfortunately.
Continue with what you're gonna say.
They stop dead in their tracks, turn around, and you just hear, "Thank you," slowly fade away and are pulled out of that white doorway. You see, they say thank you. The door slams, and as the door slams, boom! You snap awake. You are on the table. It is morning. It is the next morning. It is the next morning, and you see that like Alejandro is asleep next to you. Like his face is on the pad. Like basically he's like he's laying. Oh, like he's almost like laying over you, but like next to you.
Holy shit!
Good.
Oh my god!
He goes, "Oh, you are awake. What did you see?"
I don't know. Fucking scary shadow dream people who I saved, I think.
He goes, "Oh, wait, shadow people? What?"
Scary shadow men in suits, looking at Santa's list. I couldn't get any names close up enough.
He goes, "And what did you do with them? They were there, and what?"
I yelled at them to wake up.
To wake up, and what? They just went away? Where did they go?
Fucking heaven opened up or some shit. A light phased through, and they like disappeared. They were like, "Thank you."
Like, okay, so a light came in. They phased through. Did they? I don't know. Did they disappear or did they go through some doorway? What happened?
Went through the light doorway.
They went through the doorway.
The light one.
Charlie, you let them out?
Oh shit.
He goes, What do you? I don't understand. He goes, "Charlie, I don't think you understand. What you do in the dreaming matters."
I didn't know. I thought it was happening.
You understand, because you understand that you are the voice of the dreaming. The world of the dreaming bends to you. If you want something out, they will get out. What you see the big map of New York, like giant red, like a big old alarm starts to come on. You hear he touches his head to his forehead. That third eye opens. You hear as if he's like some sort of clairvoyance, him projecting to another point in New York. Screams in a neighborhood, terrifying, yet screams of like pain, like of terror. And he goes, I must. Oh, okay. I must find Esther. Collect your friends. There are people in danger. What do you do?
Fuck. Jesus.
Charlie, who are these people in your dream, boy? What did you just let out?
I have no idea. I thought I was saving them. We have to fucking go. I need to go get Travis right now.
He goes, okay, I can give you I can teleport you there, but you need to go right now. He goes, okay, whatever happens, you must contain the situation at all cost. There is no telling what it is that you've let out, that is happening. I cannot express this enough. You have let the dreaming leak into the unsleeping city. And that is where we're going to leave off on tonight's episode of the Unsleeping City. If you're still here watching, we appreciate it. We thank you. Remember, please hit that subscribe button, as we will be here every Sunday. That includes next Sunday, so be here for the next episode. We have been your adventurer's guide to Dungeoneering, and remember, guys, it can always
It
be
can
worse.
always be worse.
Thank you. Take care. Have a
We're
great
gonna die.
rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.